started up and then it started up like, then it restarted. It was weird. I didn't know what to expect. It's my first time ever switching motherboards in a computer. Kind of cool. Doing IT, I am glad I was able to do that easily. I I did mess up once putting in the motherboard. The CPU fan has this thing that's supposed to go on the back of the motherboard, and I broke part of it, but I was still able to get it in place. So I broke it and I was like, oh no, what have I done? What have I done? I was freaking out for a moment in my head, but I was able to get it to work. Resourceful, chat. Gotta be resourceful. I should go to the gym tomorrow. Sorry, I'm catching up, chat. We've been busy, so I'm excited though. We're gonna get into this. Let's watch the Nintendo do Direct, the Switch. See what this next generation's about. Oh man. Let's go. Ooh. Oh, hell yeah. It's Mario Kart, baby. Let's go. Damn the price. I'm excited to see what it looks like and what it plays like. The price is a whole separate thing. Okay, Yoshi, Daisy, Rosalina, Donkey. She's the mayor of New Donk City. Pauline? Pauline. I think it's Pauline. Bowser. Wario. Waluigi. Baby Bowser. King Boo. Let's go. Is it grinding? Wall bouncing, yo! What the? Oh, you can get bigger. Okay. The turtle dude. Toadette. Bullet Bill. He ate a burger. He ate the Shaggy burger, chat. The Shaggy and Scooby burger. Looking dapper, Waluigi. Yoshi. Ooh, okay. Wow. Let's go. Mario Kart World. Nice. It's a good title.
Hello, everyone. I'm Koichi Kawamoto, and I'll be one of your guides for today's Nintendo Direct.
This is Nintendo's new generation.
I'm the producer for Nintendo
devs
Switch
and
2.
engineers and stuff.
I'm
Very cool.
Takuhiro Dota, the director for Nintendo
Though they've
Switch 2.
probably been there for a while.
And
Obviously.
I'm Tetsuya Sasaki, the hardware design lead for Nintendo Switch 2.
What you just saw was Mario Kart World, launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2. Now, what do you think this brand new Mario Kart game will be like?
Ooh, look at that plane.
A brand new entry in the Mario
Man,
Kart
that's
series.
interesting.
is
That's going to
launching
lead to all sorts of
exclusively on the
crazy
Nintendo
scenarios
Switch 2
and
system.
maps.
Welcome
It's going to twist
this
the
vast
dimensions of
world.
Mario Kart.
Kart races are held throughout various regions that span the globe. Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change.
Oh, time of day system? What?
And in this Mario Kart game, you can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world.
Wow. Okay,
In the
so
classic Grand Prix,
virtually
race through
anywhere.
4
The maps
courses in a
are
bid for
massive.
first place.
so it makes sense.
But don't sleep at the wheel. You'll also drive to the next course as part of the competition.
Baby characters? Oh my god.
With 24 drivers in each race.
Gonna see Baby Mario
the most
again?
in
Is he
series
back?
history,
Return of Baby
the
Mario?
competition is gearing up.
Peach.
Introducing Knockout Tour. Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another.
Ah, Luigi got this summer
There are
hat.
multiple checkpoints along the way.
Sun hat.
If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated. Can you make it all the way to the finish line?
That's Rosalina, right? They all have
You
different
can also
costumes.
freely drive around this vast
Did
world
they have costumes in
free
Mario
roam.
Kart 8? I don't know. I haven't played Mario. Well,
By
I
going
played Mario Kart
off-road,
8 on the
you
Wii
can
U
explore
recently,
new
but I
areas
don't remember
and
if their
routes.
costumes change.
So drive wherever
think
your
so.
heart takes you.
Look at that Yoshi.
You can also go for scenic drives with friends.
What's the name of that Yoshi?
And even take photos together at different locations.
Photo mode. Chat, you know we love a good photo mode. I would absolutely check it out if I played this.
A brand new race across the entire world starts here. Mario Kart World!
All right.
The game launches on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
It looks
More
fun.
details about this title will be shared in an upcoming
April
Mario
17th.
Kart
That
World
was.
Direct. So be on the lookout for
That's in a
more
few weeks,
information
okay.
in the future.
We got time until then.
Mario Kart World.
That looks really
launches on the
interesting.
same day
I
as
think
Nintendo
it's
Switch 2.
it's got a lot
We'll
to
share more
intrigue
details in the
me
future, so
into
we hope
it.
you're looking forward to it.
Like, get me interested in like what's this world like? You know?
Next,
What's a
we'd
Mario
like to
Kart
introduce
open
some
world
of the
look
new
like?
Features of Nintendo Switch
I want to
2.
drive around in it. I want to see all
are
these
the Joy-Con 2
costumes.
controllers
That's funny.
for Switch 2. And on the right Joy-Con 2, we've added a new C button. Let's take a look at some new experiences it offers.
Okay. The C button. Oh my god. We're gonna learn about it. Did I see what this is? I don't know if I saw this on X. I didn't see too much discussion on the C button talk.
I'm still ahead of all of you guys.
Wait, no, it's game chat. Okay, I remember. I saw that on X.
That was you. So quick.
Interesting. Nintendo finally getting game chat.
Wait, no.
They're doing the whole watch your friends play thing, which
Oh.
reminds me of when
Introducing
Xbox
Game
tried to do
Chat,
something similar.
A new feature for Nintendo
Xbox
Switch
One.
2.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me? Hello?
They had this thing where you can have like
This feature,
a
you'll
browser
be able
or
to
like
communicate
a
with
game
friends
on
and
the
family
side,
while playing a
and you
game.
can alternate between both and like switch up, and then you can be in the Xbox Live Party too. Yeah, I don't remember
While
the
using
last
Game
time I was
Chat
in an Xbox
feature,
Live Party,
Your voice
but I
is
used to be in
recognized
one
by a
every
microphone built
day.
into the system.
Every day I was in one. That's the first thing I did when I
It
woke
can
up.
pick up your speaking voice clearly, even from a distance.
Look at this. Jump on here.
Hey, it's good to see Nintendo finally getting with the times, huh?
Let's make a
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly.
Oh, there's a mic in
letting
the
you
system?
chat with
Okay.
ease.
How did you get hit by a bow?
Interesting. Gonna disable that immediately. Immediately.
And you can use
Turn
this
it off,
feature in
shut it
handheld
off,
mode too,
disconnect it. I don't
letting you
want it.
Easily chat with friends and family.
All these things that
If you open the chat
have
menu
mics and stuff.
turn on game screen
It's not that I
sharing,
think they're listening, it's that I just don't want it on. Doesn't need to be on.
you can also share your game screen.
Why is it automatically on? PlayStation has the PlayStation controller automatically on when you start up the console for the first time, or when you use a controller for the first time.
Oh, he's trying to eat me. He's trying to eat me.
Okay, I got it.
So I got mine's set to off completely. Doesn't. I have to press it to turn on.
Okay. You can chat to
Okay.
your heart's
Oh, you can see
content,
other games too.
even while playing
Okay.
different
That's cool.
games.
Yeah, that makes sense. I thought for some reason I thought like you all had to be playing the same game. But
I'm falling. Okay, we
okay.
got it. We're safe.
Kirby, look, you're a star. That's so cute.
So cute.
This is exactly
you can adjust
how
the size of your game screen.
lobbies go.
Guys,
No shenanigans.
lost, like,
Where'd you go?
or expand another friend's game screen.
You gotta get above.
Why do the games look kind of weird? Like they look low frame rate.
Like if past the wall.
This is where I have to do a little wall ride.
Whoa.
Okay.
So everyone.
So
can watch them
maybe
play.
it displays it at like 30 or 24, like movie frames.
Ooh, okay.
Maybe it's a work in progress. They got a few months.
Smile.
June 5th.
Oh, yo, that's sick.
I like your pose, Meeks.
On the right Joy-Con 2 controller, there's an additional button. With the C button, you can pull up
Capcom
the chat
Presents
menu.
button.
Oh, dang. Oh, really cool. Wait, actually, guys, I got a call coming right now, so I'll be right back, yeah? Okay. Sure.
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more.
What,
there's
did he mute
this.
himself on the phone app?
By connecting this camera to
The
the system,
camera. Oh my god, chat. They're selling cameras again.
Hey, what's up? Hello.
There's always cameras, chat.
Yo.
PS5 has cameras.
Hi,
Xbox.
how's everyone doing? Good?
Do they have a
appear on
camera?
screen
I don't
and
know. I haven't
video
heard about
chat
an
while
Xbox
playing a
camera
game.
in
Faces on
like
here.
Wait, Nick, how was your test yesterday?
almost 10 years.
No.
The Kinect
how it
went out of
works.
fashion
Just
by
the camera.
2015 quickly.
There you go. I bet you like that.
So
Please look forward to games which use your camera feed like this.
it's interesting. Takes video footage of you and it removes your background and everything. That's actually pretty cool.
Left to left.
I'll let you fix it.
Reminds me of that NVIDIA technology.
Using game chat. Even when you're apart, you can play games and hang out as if you were together in the same room. Play together or compete in online multiplayer
Splatoon.
games.
What's that? Splatoon 3?
Chat while playing your personal
Yoshi's
favorites.
Woolly World.
Decide your own rules for
Mario
a retro game
3.
competition.
Yes.
Or hold a sports
Nice.
competition between
Volleyball
families.
action. Let's go.
All together.
Are these old Switch
anytime,
games?
Anywhere.
I don't know.
Game chat.
Some of them look like old Switch games. Game chat.
What did you
Alright.
think? In developing Game Chat, our goal was for you to enjoy playing online with others more closely, including family and friends. Almost as if you're all playing together in the same place. The camera you saw in the trailer is the Nintendo Switch 2 camera, which will be available on the same day as Switch 2. A Nintendo Switch Online membership will be required to use Game Chat. However, since
It will
we'd
be
like as many
required
people
to
as
use
possible
Game
to
Chat.
Experience Game Chat, it will be available without a membership for a limited time. We hope you'll try it out. Additionally,
Is that
Game
just
Chat
like
supports
Nintendo
the
Online?
Nintendo Switch
I guess that
Parental
makes
Controls
sense.
app, and different settings can be adjusted. For example, whether parental permission is always required when a child wants to use Game Chat to play with their friends.
If you're not paying for online, then you're
We'd like
most
to
likely
introduce
not
another
going
new
into online
experience you can share
parties.
with
So
family and friends.
you won't really need it if you're offline or if
Nintendo
you're
Switch,
just
even if you
online
just
but
have one
not
game, you can pass a
paying
Joy-Con
for
controller to a
the
friend
online
and play together.
stuff for games.
But on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game with Game Share.
Game
As shown
share.
here, even games that require multiple screens can be played.
They've
one
always
person
done
owns a compatible game.
little things like
With
this.
Game Share, you can temporarily
this
share
is not little,
compatible
but
games with others who also have
doing
Nintendo
this,
Switch
being
2
able to share the
or
games
a
is always
Nintendo
cool.
Switch system. You can share a game with up to 3 other systems at a time.
Back in my day, we used to
Game Share also
trick the
supports
Xbox
online play
360
with other
into
Switch
letting
2
us play our
systems.
games on
And
both
you can use it with friends via
systems.
Game Chat, which we showed earlier.
I remember me and my
Game Share
uncle.
can only be used
We
with
shared
compatible
games.
This feature is planned for several
Way back in
titles,
like
starting with a free update for
2007 or
Clubhouse
8.
Games 51 Worldwide Classics on Nintendo Switch.
Wow,
Game
that's
Share
pretty good.
support is also
51.
planned for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, so we hope you'll look forward to it.
Up next,
They did
we'd
the
like
click.
to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 system.
They did
itself.
the click.
Please take a look.
At 7.9 inches, Switch
Ooh,
2 has a bigger
show me
built-in
the
screen.
beautiful thing.
Here's how that compares to Nintendo Switch. The system's thickness remains the same.
High definition display.
With approximately double the pixels compared to Switch, you can enjoy games in greater detail on the 1080p screen.
I was gonna say, showing me big pixels and then showing me pixels just smaller.
The screen supports
120
up to 120
FPS.
frames per second.
That's
allowing for smoother
insane.
gameplay
I
in
did not
supported
think they
titles.
would pull off 120 FPS, but it seems like they're doing it for select games. So mostly games they
LCD
make,
screen
and
is
some
more
companies
vivid
can choose to do
and
it.
supports HDR, providing more
HDR
contrast
too.
between light
Wow.
and dark areas of the images.
Nintendo is modernizing before our very eyes. Okay,
The all-new Joy-Con 2 controllers connect
so they still got a ways to go.
Strong magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the system.
Okay,
Detach your controller easily by pressing the release button on the back. The SL and SR buttons are bigger for greater comfort and control when playing with a Joy-Con 2 held horizontally. The left and right
larger
sticks
control
are now
sticks. That's good because they were way too small on the Switch. Was
Each
not a fan
Joy-Con
of the
2 controller
Joy-Con
can be used
thumbsticks
as a mouse
at all.
to play with compatible games. Both the left and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls.
The mouse. Let's go.
By
This has been
adjusting
widely
the
talked
audio
about.
balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld and tabletop modes.
Built-in mic for easy voice chat.
It has a built-in microphone, so you can voice chat with friends anytime via game chat. It also
Game
uses
noise
noise-canceling
voice.
technology to filter sounds, so your voice will come through clearly.
3D audio
Even
gives a
if you
sense of
don't have a
space.
surround sound system, games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all around you.
Headphones is the best way to play chat. That's the only way I play now. Sometimes I rarely do the TV in the living room, but that's rare. Rare.
Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large, sturdy stand.
I like
can
the
move it
stand.
freely,
I like the way it
this.
looks. It's big.
In addition to the USB-C port found on the bottom of the system, there's one on top as well.
That's always good. That is always
It's
a good
handy
thing.
for connecting a USB-C camera or charging in tabletop mode.
Okay. Larger, faster storage.
Nintendo Switch 2
32,
comes with
my God.
256
That's
gigabytes of internal storage.
Nothing.
8 times that of Nintendo Switch for storing your game downloads,
256?
save data, and more.
I meant 32 was
Reading
nothing.
and writing data
256
also
is
faster.
alright for Nintendo. That's alright for Nintendo.
Use
A lot of their
the
games are
Nintendo
not going to
Switch 2
exceed
dock
too high,
to
but
connect to your TV
they are going to get
and
higher
enable
from
up
what
to
they are now.
4K resolution for compatible games.
4K, chat.
HDR
The
is
magic
also
words have
supported
been
in
spoken
TV
by
mode.
Nintendo. That's wild. I thought this is something they wouldn't do just because it's not even like
The
it is
Nintendo Switch 2
way more
dock has a
widely
built-in
adopted
fan
than
that
ever
keeps
before,
your
but
system cool.
it's still
This
not
helps
that
keep
widely
performance
adopted.
stable.
Unless I'm just stuck in the 1080p era mostly.
On Nintendo Switch 2, you can play
And everybody
Nintendo
else is
Switch
moving
2
on.
games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games.
Compatible
Physical and digital
Nintendo
games
Switch
are
games.
supported.
Interesting. Cool.
As you just saw, Nintendo Switch 2 isn't simply an improved Nintendo Switch. We
Okay.
redesigned the system from the ground up and packed in lots of new gameplay
The
features.
mouse function.
And to help players better understand the Switch 2 hardware, we're currently developing this game. Mr. Kawamoto!
Hello. My current location is actually inside the game itself. This is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour,
Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome
exclusive to
Tour.
Nintendo Switch 2. I'm standing over here.
Cool.
Okay, everyone, join me inside the game.
Interesting. You walk around on the controller?
There are a lot of question mark icons here. Let's examine them.
Oh my god,
This
how
sign reads,
interesting.
Where are the magnets? The Joy-Con
It's
2
the first thing I
controllers
do when I
attached to
boot
the
up a
system with
game is go to
magnets.
the tutorial on the
And
wall.
those magnets are inside the
No.
system.
I don't want to go to a wall and
The SL
watch
and
tutorials.
SR buttons on the Joy-Con 2 are
Make
made
it
of metal.
interactive.
so that's how they attach to the system. A magnetic circuit is formed between them, so they won't easily detach.
Interesting.
Through examining signs like these, you can discover all sorts of secrets about
Okay, I
Nintendo
like
Switch
learning
2.
about the console. It is
Another
cool.
example, the Joy-Con 2 controllers have
But
mouse
going to a
controls.
wall is not very
And
innovative.
when combined with the gyroscopes, you can even do something like this.
Oh, you could try stuff. Not just a
You can
mouse.
adjust the position of the golf club and aim for the
Oh.
cup by rotating
Golf?
the Joy-Con 2.
Golf confirmed for Switch 2.
By
Let's go.
combining the mouse controls and gyroscopes,
Have we seen?
things like
We haven't
this
seen a
are
game in a
possible.
while, right? What's the last game we saw? Mario
There are
Kart?
secrets to discover even as you're playing mini-games and tech demos. Some of the secrets range from
They gotta
the
talk
unique
about the
features
console,
of
though.
the
They do.
system to tiny details you might not notice until they're pointed out.
Mhm.
There are plenty. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a paid digital game on the same day as Nintendo Switch 2. So
Okay.
please check it out if you're interested.
What? It's
Now,
paid, chat.
I'd like to
You gotta
share
buy
some
it.
more information regarding Nintendo
Why
Switch
would I
2.
buy a tutorial game?
This
Why?
is the game card for Nintendo Switch 2 titles.
Explain to me, Nintendo. Why?
It's the
Why would
same
I buy
shape
that?
as Nintendo Switch game cards, but it's now red.
I would
and
just
has
watch
much
it
faster
on
data
YouTube or
reading
something.
speeds.
I want to see the
Next up
tutorials
is
or
additional
play a
storage.
game about going to a
Switch
wall
2
and
will only work
watching a
with
tutorial.
micro SD express cards.
Oh, here we go with the
They're
micro
a
SD
different
express
type of
cards.
SD card and will make high-speed data transfers possible.
So the same ones that the Switch uses?
Please note that regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will not be compatible.
Interesting.
Additionally, to transfer data from Switch to Switch 2, you can log into your Nintendo account to use the System Transfer feature. With this feature, you can transfer save data, digital games, and more.
Use system transfer.
We're also
Ah,
releasing
at least it
a
has that.
new
That's good.
Pro controller.
Look at that Pro
It has a
controller,
C
chat.
button, which launches Game
Oh my
Chat. And on the
God.
back, there are new GL and GR buttons, which you can use to assign existing button controls.
Nice. They got the back buttons.
In addition, an audio jack,
Audio
has
jack,
been added.
always good.
We've introduced
Always
a few
nice to
new
have
features,
the audio
and after
jack,
today's
'cause then you could just
presentation, the official
set it
Nintendo
up
Switch 2
anywhere
website will go
and
live. There will
use the
also be
controller
an
and
Ask
plug the
Me
headset
Developer
into
article on the website,
controller,
where the
and you
three
can
of
just
us
listen to
will
it.
talk
It's
about
perfect.
the development of Nintendo Switch 2. We hope you'll check that out as well.
And now, the Nintendo Switch 2 launch date. Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th. We're very much looking forward to the day when you all get to experience it, so please wait just a
June
bit longer.
5th, baby. Wow. Not too far away. Not too far
Now,
away. Just a few months.
Broadly speaking, on Nintendo Switch 2, you
I
can
can't
play
believe they
3
still
types
do
of
that.
games.
Announce and release
The
so
first
quickly.
type
It's
is
wild.
Nintendo Switch 2
That is
games.
wild. You're not giving people a lot of time
These
to
games take
save.
advantage
I'm
of
surprised it's not
performance
like
and
6 or
features
more
of
months.
Switch 2.
Honestly.
The second
Letting
type
people
is
get
compatible
them, like,
games
you
that
tell
were
people how
released
much it
on
is,
Nintendo Switch.
give them like 4 months to save up the money, and then we can get
Nintendo
the
Switch
console.
2 edition games are the third type. Some games that were released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like
I
improved
guess
visuals,
I
unique ways
understand.
to play on Switch 2,
Nintendo Switch 2
and
edition?
more.
Ooh.
Now,
Let me save the
I'd like
rant
to
for
show you the
after. I
Nintendo
could go
Switch
on the
2
whole
edition of Super
discussion.
Mario
We're going to do a
Party
discussion
Jamboree.
later.
Please take a look.
Mario Party Jamboree? Sweet. When did this come out? Came out last year, right?
Super Mario Party Jamboree is getting an upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2.
Jamboree
The upgrade
TV.
expands on the base game
Luigi
and adds new features.
expands on the base Mario Party
including
game. Ooh.
Mouse controls,
Nice.
audio recognition, more expressive rumble, and gameplay
Little
that uses
toy
a
car
camera
game.
accessory,
Not bad.
all of which can be accessed on
Oh my
Switch
god.
2. Let's check out 3 new
Using
and updated
the
modes.
Nintendo camera. That's hilarious.
First up is
Full
Mario Party
body. You
mode.
gotta stand up.
With
You
a
gotta
single camera, up to 4
exercise
players can
and do
join
it.
the festivities.
That's hilarious.
You'll be able to see each other's faces
If I
as
had
you
the
play,
space, I would
so
totally
you
do
can
that.
experience all the reactions and emotions in real time. Or 4 friends can take the party online. Up next, it's Bowser Live, a mode where the livelier team wins. Bowser will bring you on stage 2. Hit blocks to collect the most
Bowser.
coins. Guide an
Peaches,
RC car
peaches,
with your
peaches,
voice.
peaches, peaches. Peaches, peaches,
And
peaches,
compete in other
peaches,
minigames
peaches.
using full body movement and
Whoa.
sound.
Whoa.
Finally, take a ride on the mouse-controlled carnival coaster. With
Oh my
the safety bar lowered and secured, you're off. Use mouse controls to shoot down enemies while you feel the bumps and rumbles of the coaster.
Oh, okay. Using the mouse to get some House of the
When
Dead
you enter a
action.
pipe, a
Little-
minigame will begin.
Little light game
There's
action,
a
light gun
bouldering
game,
where two
right?
players each control an arm.
Ooh,
And
that's
one
cool.
where you shake a can of spray paint and quickly tag objects.
Okay, that's funny. Spray
Enjoy
everybody.
the thrill
Do it.
of these intuitive minigames.
Oh, shoot 'em
How
out the
quickly
sky,
can
okay.
You reach the station? From minigames that use a camera, the
Oh my
built-in
god, you can create your own emotes with your own
mouse
face.
controls,
Wow. How
and
many people are
rumble.
just going to be flipping the
biggest
bird?
party yet is getting even bigger. Super Mario Party Jamboree,
doing something worse.
Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus Jamboree TV, launches on Nintendo Switch 2, July 24th. Nintendo Switch 2
24th,
players
that
who already
is-
own Super Mario Party Jamboree can upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2
Wow, that
Edition
is 2
plus
months
Jamboree
later.
TV by
That's wild.
purchasing an upgrade pack.
Why isn't that on launch day?
Please look forward to a new Mario Party experience where you can see each other's reactions while playing.
The game was already
Let's continue
done.
presenting some more Nintendo
You
Switch
did was
2
the
Edition
DLC.
games.
There it is. The
Nintendo Switch
Wild
2 editions
and Tears of the
Legend Zelda Breath
Kingdom.
of the
You'll love
Wild
to see
and
it.
The Legend of Zelda Tears of
Absolutely.
the Kingdom feature enhanced resolution and frame rates,
Oh my god, I'm sure people who
also
play
support
this and don't
HDR,
really do PC
which makes the image
Um,
more vibrant.
are probably like
So you
over the
can play
moon
with
about
smoother,
this because these
higher definition
games
graphics.
look so good, yet the frame rate just tanks.
Plus,
So
you can
this
get
is
even more out of your
huge.
adventures in Hyrule.
It's gonna be a
using
brand
Zelda
new
Notes.
game, brand new experience.
This
Zelda
new
Notes,
feature can
okay.
be accessed via the Nintendo Switch app on smart devices. It's a game-specific service that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions.
Oh
of
yeah,
these
we gotta
titles.
download that app. I don't have that app yet.
For example, it can help guide you to various locations, like shrines and Koroks you haven't found yet.
Guidance activating. Proceed north.
Or you can share your creations using QR codes and send them to another player to create in their game.
So it's kind of like a map. This reminds me of the Wii U. Remember the Wii U? Wii U controller, the tablet controller. You could do Breath of the Wild stuff on there.
We hope these features
This
will
time,
make your adventures even
it's in
more
portrait.
enjoyable.
Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
You'll be able to enjoy an additional story.
I don't know how old this one
exclusive
is.
To the Nintendo Switch 2 edition,
Can't be
along
that
with
old.
improved graphics and frame rates. This story takes place.
I
in the
would
Forgotten
totally play a
Land
fun
after
Kirby
being
game.
struck
I
by a
played
powerful
one of them
meteor
on the
that's causing some
3DS.
mysterious
It was like a
changes.
mechanical Kirby. You could ride like big mechs around and stuff,
We hope you're looking forward to Kirby's
along with
new
the usual
adventure.
Kirby stuff of platforming and everything. But it wasn't a 3D one. It was like
Metroid
side scroll,
Prime 4
like
Beyond
side
will
scrolling
have both a
2.5D.
Nintendo Switch and a Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
Metroid Prime. My God, Samus, hi.
In addition to standard controls, you can use mouse controls for intuitive gameplay.
Tell me you're gonna
on
go
Switch
deep into
2.
this game today, man. This
Plus,
is
you
the
can
big
explore
game.
the
Come on,
immersive
launch
world in
day.
4K
Metroid
at
Prime
60
4, make it
frames per
happen.
second, or enjoy smoother
4K
action in
60?
full HD
Wow,
at 120
and
frames per
HDR.
second.
I mean,
Choose from these two modes.
that's
both of
pretty
which
cool.
Support HDR, based
That's
on
gonna
your
look
preference
crisp.
and playstyle.
crispy, crispy, crispy. Bacon
Plus,
crispy.
Pokemon Legends ZA, which is
Pokemon-
scheduled to launch later this year.
Pokemon
will not only
ZA.
receive a Nintendo
Nothing
Switch
turns me
version, but a Nintendo
off of
Switch
playing
2 edition
Pokemon
as well.
like a weird, like a
By
title
taking
of like
advantage of the
Pokemon
power of
ZA.
the
Like
Switch 2,
I missed
you
all
can
the other
enjoy your
colors
adventure
and
in
letters
Luminous
and
City with
numbers.
enhanced resolution and frame
Pokemon
rates.
ZA. Doesn't look bad though.
The Nintendo
Now
Switch
all
2
I
edition
think
games
is
you
Pal
just
World
saw
when I see
will
that,
be available as both
honestly.
physical and
I
digital
just think of Power
versions.
World whenever I see Pokemon now. Power World has ruined
And if
Pokemon
you already
for
own
me.
the Nintendo Switch version of a game, you can play the Nintendo Switch 2 edition by purchasing an upgrade pack. We hope you're looking forward to these Nintendo Switch 2 edition games.
See, the cool thing is you can still
Next,
play the
I'd like to
original
introduce
versions
a
without
brand
having
new
to
game
pay for the
featuring
extra.
mouse controls with the Joy-Con 2 controllers.
Mouse controls. Okay.
Please take a look.
What do you got? Okay. Oh, what's this? Got a little wheelchair? Wheelchair sports? Oh man, basketball. I've seen this somewhere. Not the game, but like the sport. I think they had it on like an ESPN channel. That's interesting. So you work with the two mouse, like you drag for each wheel, I guess, right? Seems like what it was looking like. Grab the basketball. You got to press the buttons while you're doing it. There you go. Look at that. I mean, not the most interesting looking game, honestly, but it works for the gimmick. It gets you to really use that new mouse functionality. So you got to use both, apparently. Can you imagine if it was just one Joy-Con? Like, you'd be moving it around constantly. Slam dunk, just like Jordan. Summer 2025, no release
In Drag
date.
and Drive, you'll use both Joy-Con 2 controllers as mice to intuitively pull off various moves. We hope you're looking forward to a new twist on 3-on-3 matches using dual mouse controls.
It's interesting.
Next, here are some games from our publishing and development partners coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
I have long observed the lands between.
The ring, baby.
Is in dire need of repair.
Of course, come to the Switch.
You can see them calmly.
It's the time is now because it's a new console. All of these games would have launched on the Switch had the console been powerful enough to support it without it looking like hot garbage.
I have no doubt you will become
Elden Lord,
the throne.
son of Mikola, blade of Millennia, grandniece of Markufla.
Hey, I'm Greg Kasavin from Supergiant Games, here to say that Hades 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Hades. Wow, we haven't played this yet. I forgot about this.
An immortal witch out to
We never
vanquish
beat the first
sinister
one though,
titans
so
of
we would
time.
have to go back and play the first
You'll
one.
battle beyond the underworld
I might
to
just
the
jump
ends
into
of
this
the
one.
earth. Getting to know
One of
dozens
these
of
days.
characters from Greek myth in a story that reacts to your
Was that
every
Hercules?
setback and victory.
Time
It's the
cannot
kind
be
of game you can
stopped.
quickly pick up and play whether you're experienced with the
Time,
original or
it's
not.
undefeated.
Look for more about Hades 2 later this year.
Well, you can still play it though. It's on early access, right? Capcom presents Street Fighter. Let's go. Ryu. And
ソフトは通常版の他に総勢
Puma
26キャラクターを収録した Years 1, 2 Fighters Edition の
Street Fighter. Street Fighter 6 years 1 to fight
スイ
something.
ッチ2の発売日にお届けします。お楽しみに。
Amiibos? What? I haven't seen an amiibo in so many years. When's the last time I saw amiibos? Oh my god.
Testing data link
What is this? Oh.
Normal. Commencing launch. After 2 long wars where our freedom was restricted, we will finally be
That
liberated.
freedom ring.
I'm in need of a new arsenal, new equipment, and money. I'm for sale, and you're buying.
Rebels! Thanks for the warm welcome!
This planet will be ours.
The Sovereign Axiom, the Trinitas, has almost completed a weapon that was created to destroy all humanity.
No! Because we're in the
Mech
middle of a
Warrior
war.
game?
Don't you
What kind
get
of who's making
I
this?
won't just stop you. I'll tear you apart!
all children.
Demon X
Bring
Machina
hope to our
Titanic
lives.
Scion.
Don't
Is this an
take
expansion or a sequel? 9/5/2025.
This is Joseph Forrest from Haze
Hey,
Light.
it's that guy from the Game
I'm super
Awards.
excited for Split Fiction to come to Nintendo Switch 2. The game is a
This
story
is
about friendship. You play as
he
Mio,
made
who
a
writes
previous
sci-fi,
one of
and
these,
Zoe,
right?
who writes fantasy.
That got Game of the Year.
Together, they get trapped in their own stories, and it's
Something
up to you and a
Tales.
friend to help them break free.
A lot
Let
of
me
people
tell
say
you
this game's fun.
If you like It
I
Takes
don't have
Two,
anybody to play it
you're
with,
gonna love
but if
this
I
one,
had somebody to
trust
play
me.
it with, I would
And of course,
check it
you'll
out
be
for
able
sure.
to play Split Fiction on the day Switch 2 launches.
At EA Sports, we're bringing fans
EA
together across the
Sports.
world.
Of course, they got to show people
We're
that
excited to
the
announce
sports
that
are
EA Sports
continuing. The
FC
sports are
will be
coming, of
coming to
course,
Nintendo
obviously.
Switch 2. Madden NFL will also be arriving on the Nintendo platform. EA Sports, it's in the game.
Third parties are getting their stuff out.
Hi, I'm Alan Tu.
Oh,
from
he
Avalanche
said it.
Software.
EA
We are bringing
Sports.
Hogwarts Legacy
It's in the
to
game.
Nintendo
Well,
Switch 2.
damn, he didn't say it like that, but
With enhanced graphics
he should
and
have.
seamless world
What?
transitions,
Come on. What a
you'll be
missed
immersed in a
opportunity, EA.
wizarding world like never
But cool
before.
that he said it.
And the new mouse
Hogwarts
controls on
Legacy,
Switch
though,
2
that's
give you even more ways
sweet.
to experience the
This was
adventure.
already on the Switch, but it looked god awful.
Discover the enhanced
It looks like
magic when
they've
Hogwarts
updated
Legacy
it a
launches on the
bit.
same day as Switch 2.
Is it free?
Captain, is that mic supposed to be on?
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4. Let's go. This I think I saw the original trailer that came out like 2-3 weeks ago, or like a month ago. No, I don't think I even watched that. No, I saw pictures of it and clips of it on like X. Ooh, wow, I haven't played Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 in like since it came out. Honestly, we played it for like 2 weeks, but I'm so bad at this game, so I get a little frustrated, so I stopped playing. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. I would play it for sure.
Hello, this is Christian Elverdam from IO Interactive.
IO.
We are bringing our flagship title, Hitman World of
Hitman,
Assassination.
man, I
to
gotta play
Nintendo
this too.
Switch 2.
This is another game that's just like, I would love to
best
go through
assassin
and
in the
do
trade,
random
Agent 47
assassinations.
does
It would be
everything he
so
can to
fun,
accomplish his mission.
and just do it in crazy
And
ways,
how
you know.
each mission progresses will vary depending on the player's imagination. Our ever-expanding game will release on the same day as Switch 2.
Nice. Signature edition.
Plus, we are excited to bring
Companies are
another
just
familiar
coming up with
agent
whatever
to the
name they
platform.
want. Just anything. Ow. Right in my face, the bullet. James Bond? Let's go. Yeah. Oh my god. James Bond,
The
dude.
world's favorite spy is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh my god.
So stay tuned.
A James Bond game from the creators of Hitman? That's perfect. That's
The story
amazing.
of light and shadow that never fades.
What is this?
Is reborn.
Square Enix.
Bravely Default returns, remastered in high
Bravely
definition.
Default. Wow.
Featuring the Brave and Default commands that help you control the flow of turn-based battles. Change
Bravely
and customize
Default.
jumps to
I
fill
haven't
out
seen
your
that
favorite
game in
Enjoy your adventure
a
with
console
upgraded
generation.
features and
Console
enhancements.
generation and a half, right?
And all
Been a
new
while.
games with unique ways to play.
That's insane.
Square Enix
Cool. Getting a
presents the classic
getting a
fantasy
remaster, right?
RPG,
For the Switch.
Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster. Set foot in Luxembourg.
Bravely
as a
Default
warrior
Flying
knight
Fairy
once
HD
more.
Remaster. That is a mouthful.
龍が如くスタジオ代表の
Ria ga Kotoku.
我々がお送りするタイト
Game
ルは
will be bringing you is Yakuza. Oh man, I have not played one single moment of a Yakuza game, and I want to.
歓楽街を舞台に土地を巡る
I would love to. It looks so much fun. It just looks like random fun.
追加シーンとともにお楽しみ
Like the most weirdest, funnest stuff.
発売日は Nintendo Switch 2の発売と同じ日です今後のシリーズ展開にもぜひご期待ください
We'll have more games to show from our publishing and development partners. But for now, we'd like to show a game being developed in collaboration with Nintendo. Please take a look.
In collaboration with Nintendo. Koei Tecmo. Who does what do they make?
when the Zonai, who descended
I don't
from the
remember.
heavens, joined hands with the
Not
Hylians
Ninja Gaiden, because that's
who
too
dwelled on the
ninja.
surface. Their union led to a great and prosperous kingdom. But in time, a terrible evil arose.
That looks like Ganon.
A war was fought to vanquish this evil. One which
Type of
future
Zelda
generations
game.
recall
Is this a new spin-off game? Oh my god.
the imprisoning
That's
war.
pretty cool. Zelda getting some
Perhaps
AAA level action
back in
finally
time.
as the main character? No way.
So that's Hyrule Castle?
Oh my god.
Then
That is
that
insane.
must mean this really is the
The story leading into The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It's a lot of... Oh, okay. This is their big battle arena game where you just fight like hordes of enemies. What was it? Hyrule Warriors. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen that in a while. Did they release one on the Switch? I don't know. The only one I played was the first one, Hyrule Warriors. That's pretty cool. Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment. I remember now. The one before this was Age of Calamity, right? Age of Calamity.
That
I
was
never played that
Hyrule
one.
Warriors Age of Imprisonment. It's being developed by Koei Tecmo Games, with support
Are
from
these the same
Nintendo.
people that make Neo as well? I'm surprised we.
hope
What's up
you're
with
looking
Neo?
forward
I'm
to the
shocked they
untold
don't
story
make
of
like
the
a third
imprisoned
Neo game or something like that.
which
Like
took
that would
place
be
in
a slam
Hyrule
dunk
long
if
ago.
they did a Neo game, but I guess they were ready to move on,
And
probably.
now, some news about Nintendo Switch Online. You
Okay.
can continue to enjoy Nintendo Switch Online on Switch 2. And with Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack, you can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively on Switch 2.
Okay.
Please take a look at this.
Take a look at this. Ooh. Oh. Nice. GameCube.
Nintendo Switch
That's
Online
hype.
Plus expansion pack will be getting a new
That
classic
is hype.
game library exclusive to Nintendo
It's about
Switch 2.
damn time.
Nintendo GameCube.
Nintendo, what is
originally
taking you
released
so
in
long?
2001. Here are the titles that will be available at launch. A Legend of Zelda
Wind
game
Waker.
that looks like a
Oh,
cartoon
yeah.
come to life.
That's a
through
good one to get.
cel-shading. Controlling the
But
wind
it's not
using
Wind
a
Waker
mysterious
HD.
baton,
It
Link
is the
sets sail
original,
on an
which is still
adventure across the
great to
Red
play.
Sea.
It looks
The Legend of
crispy
Zelda, The
though.
Wind Waker.
Oh, I mean, it never looked bad to
Transcending
begin with,
history
but
and the world.
it looks like it cleaned up a lot of the CRTV stuff. Soul Calibur 2? This is the one with Link?
Each fighter comes equipped
Holy
with
crap.
a different weapon. And Link from the Legend of Zelda
Oh,
series enters
Soul
the fray.
Calibur 2 is nuts.
Soul Calibur
It's pretty
2.
cool.
Experience a world of white knuckle racing at
F-Zero.
speeds over 2,000
I can tell just by
kilometers
looking
per
at that
hour.
shit.
30 machines.
My
will
buddy
put it
had
all
this
on the line
game.
in
He was a friend in
death-defying racing.
high school,
Featuring the
and
series
he would
first
randomly
machine
whip it out.
customization
Like
and
we'd be
story
playing like
mode.
Call of Duty,
Get ready to experience
take a break, go get a like
F-Zero
snack or some food or something, and then we come back
In games
and
that support multiplayer,
this guy would
up to
throw
4
on
can play together
the
locally
F-Zero
or
GX
online.
on an emulator, mind you, not
Enjoy
the
these
actual
classic games
GameCube.
with clearer image quality and higher
But-
resolution than the original releases.
I think he still owned
You
it.
can
He just
also
didn't have a
check the
GameCube.
controls for each title and customize them to your liking.
Okay. Change the controls around.
More titles will be added.
There
in
you
the
go. Sunshine, Fire Emblem, Pokemon, Super Mario Strikers. Nice. Chibi Robo. Wow, that's
Nintendo
crazy.
GameCube,
Chibi Robo's back.
Nintendo Classics, the Switch 2 exclusive game library coming to Nintendo Switch Online Plus
Hold on.
expansion.
This is
pack
like a day later, so I
launches
can
the
actually.
same day as the hardware's release.
No, I'm not gonna do that. We'll
And
wait for the discussion.
Dedicated controllers
That's sick,
designed
though.
after the original
A lot of
GameCube
classics
controller
coming back.
will also be released. It can connect
Good looking
wirelessly
controller.
and also
I
has
would
a
love
C
that
button
controller.
to quickly
Love,
access
love
game
it.
chat.
But that is extravagant,
Nintendo
my
GameCube
friend. That is like a bonus.
exclusively available for Nintendo Switch Online
If I can
members,
secure
will
that.
also be available the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
Whether you're familiar with the games or haven't played them before, we hope you're looking forward to Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics.
That is cool, man.
Of course,
added to
you
the
can continue
lineup.
to play
64
select
Game Boy
games from the
Advance.
systems
Come
shown
on.
here on Nintendo Switch 2.
Super Nintendo.
Okay,
I hope they have a
let's
lot
see
more
some
games.
from our
I have a
publishing
Switch coming,
development
chat. It should be here tomorrow. I bought one recently, very cheaply, mind you. It was 120 bucks. So, it is a used one from eBay, but I just wanted to get one because I have a lot of games on there digitally, and I would like to stream some of them before the Switch 2 comes out and during. What was this? I'm done with the coffee. I need to go get a drink. I have a drink in the freezer, chat. Deltarune. All right, while this plays, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab it.
Hi, I'm Randy from Gearbox. Borderlands 4, our upcoming flagship Borderlands game, will launch on Nintendo Switch 2. Borderlands is back. Loot and shoot your way through a world filled with wild enemies and outrageous weapons. We're still in development, and it's already the most ambitious Borderlands game we've ever made. Borderlands 4 will launch in 2025. We'll be sharing a lot of the game in the months ahead, and there's more from 2K on the way.
Hi, I'm Dennis Shirk from Firaxis Games. We're releasing a Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Sid Meier's Civilization 7. In Civ 7, you'll establish an empire and guide your people throughout the ages of history. With the new mouse controls, players can enjoy a more intuitive gameplay experience. Civ 7 launches on the same day as Switch 2. And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version, you can experience mouse controls on Switch 2 by purchasing the upgrade. And we have
I'm here.
even
Sorry
more
about
news
that.
from 2K.
I went to talk to my sister.
Hi, I'm Lionel Jinx.
And I'm Ben Bishop.
What did I miss?
Our final announcement for today is that WWE 2K is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Plus NBA 2K as well.
We can't wait to see you in the ring.
Some third parties?
And on the court.
Let me see. Praxis, Civilization, that's cool. Borderlands, and then Deltarune.
They went armed with nothing but youthful enthusiasm
That's cool.
and a profound
Third parties are coming. Of course, they know the Switch is going to be huge.
steering a raft. Let's slay some trees.
Poor kids stranded. All right, I got my drink.
Awesome! Nailed it! Hook, line, and sinker. Tastes amazing, doesn't it? Really have started to master this survival thing. Next stop, the top.
I recently cut my nails, so opening the can was a little tricky.
I think that's everything. Let's set sail. This time, for
It's
home.
green, so you can't see it. It's Mountain Dew spiked.
Hi,
Mountain Dew
I'm
hard.
Dave Crooks from Dodge Roll.
Enter the Gungeon.
Here's the first look at Enter the Gungeon 2.
Enter the Gungeon 2.
Dodge countless bullets and
I never
aim for
played the
Gungeon
first one.
steps in our roguelike shooter sequel. Now
There's a
reloaded in
lot of
new 3D
bullets
art style.
in like one spot.
You can expect some fan favorite
wild.
elements to return. We're still working on the game. We're
That's a lot of
excited
bullets.
to share more with
Okay,
you
so
in the
yeah,
future.
that makes sense. Yeah, I never played the original Enter the Gungeon. What is this? Astroneer. Grr. It's a new space game. Starseeker Astroneer Expeditions. Cool.
Hello, my name is Adam Badowski from CD Projekt Red. We are delighted
CD
to bring
Projekt
the immersive
Red.
world
Oh,
of the dark
Cyberpunk
future
coming to the
Nintendo
Switch
players for the
2.
first time.
Wow, that's
Cyberpunk
good.
2077
It's
is
very
an
good.
open-world action-adventure RPG set in Night City. Thanks to Nintendo Switch 2, you can transport yourself to the city of dreams at home or on the go. Get ready to meet unforgettable characters and discover engaging stories.
Johnny Silverhand. Chat, I want to play through this again. I have it on PC now with the DLC.
On launch day.
We gotta see how it runs and streams. Otherwise, I gotta get it for console. Yo, Final Fantasy VII Remake finally leaving the PS5 console. It's on PC. It's been on PC for a long time, but finally coming to another console is crazy. It's about time. But Square Enix made a deal with Sony way back in the day, so I understand why it was exclusive. It's great to see that they were able to find a way to make it so that they could release it on other consoles. No Rebirth though. What? No Rebirth. That would have been a slam dunk, but I guess you don't want to oversaturate, right? You don't need both on one day. You could have released a dual pack, but they would have released it for like $70 or $80 because it has both, but I would have understood. But FF7 Rebirth sells too well to bundle it with another game, and you might as well just sell them separately. So they'll be able to play the first one, and then they'll get the second one in probably like a year. Wild Hearts S. Look like Monster Hunter. That's straight ripoff of Monster Hunter. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S. Rune Factory. Okay. There's that Marvel Comic Invasion game. That's cool. That was in the last direct. Star Wars Outlaws. Obunaga. Fast Fusion. Wow, it looks like Wipeout. You guys remember Wipeout? I used to play that. I'm covering up the names, Chad. I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I'll go over here. What do you think? I've been doing that this entire event and it's already almost over. Might as well come, like, just go all the way 100%. Like, we ruined it already. It's too late. Professor Layton and the New World of Steam. Tamagotchi Plaza. Humans Fall Flat 2. The game always looks wacky in front of me. Okay. Sweet. Bunch of third-party developer stuff coming.
We've shown a lot of games so far. The next game will be the last from our publishing and development partners. Please take a look.
I give you my blood. I give you my life.
My life.
Turn.
Is this like a
wheel
Dark Souls remake?
and transport him.
No, wait. I think I saw something about this. This is that Duskblood game.
To humanity's
Yeah.
very dusk.
Look at that. Left a mark. What is that? This was all over Twitter chat, but I saw like photos of it, I think. From Software. Look at that. Always know how to make the angles look good. The angles are always on point with From Software. Okay. Look at him. He looks cool. That guy looks interesting. Oh, he's got rocket boosters. What? Why does he have rocket boosters? It's hilarious. Oh, whoa. That's freaky. He looks cool. Looks like a formidable foe. Is that a Tommy gun on my back? Oh, mother of God. Summons confirmed.
Contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon to depart.
I pray that you are
There's guns. Guns are back, confirmed. Oh, that looks sick. Come on. That axe is massive. That was a hairy chest. Boob lizard. Jay, what's up? Yeah, boob lizard, right?
The moon tears will flow for one, and one alone.
Let Me Solo Her returns to Let Me Solo Him in pajamas with a white mask on my face. Whoa, what is that? Gonna rat? Rat-tat-tat-tooey? Got wings. Weird looking monster. Or animal. Available only on Nintendo Switch.
What
That
you just
is an
saw was a brand new
exclusive.
game by From Software.
A From Software exclusive on Nintendo
We'll be
consoles.
publishing a creator's
That's-
voice article where the game's director, Hidetaka
Thought I'd see that.
Miyazaki, will share
I
more
never thought I'd
details
see
about
something
the
like
game.
that.
So please check it out when it's available.
But they have
That's all
done
from
it for
our publishing and
Sony, so I
development
mean,
partners.
why wouldn't they do it for Nintendo, right?
We'd like to thank the developers who appeared today, as well as our publishing and development partners who prepared footage for this presentation.
Cool.
In addition to what you saw today, our partners are working on many games coming to Nintendo Switch 2. We'll showcase more games in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it. Next,
Yeah, we got until
please
June
take a look at
5th, so
this.
they might be showing, like, they might have a few more directs before the console comes out. They'll definitely have one before the console comes out, like, right before. Kirby! Catch the star, Kirby. Well, that's Kirby. That's definitely a Kirby thing. Why are we zooming in on it? Oh, that's fine. Turbo jets engaged. Press the red button. Okay. Kirby Air Ride. Kirby Air Riders. Okay. Interesting. Masahiro Sakurai. Isn't that the guy who makes
Kirby Air Ride,
Smash Brothers?
which originally
right?
released on the Nintendo GameCube system over 20 years ago, is getting a
That's
brand
cool.
new game.
I thought he'd be working on a new
We
Smash
hope you're
Brothers.
looking forward to Kirby Air Riders.
Especially
directed
since
by
the last
Masahiro
one
Sakurai.
stopped development like what, 3 years ago? Right? The last
Next
character
is
that
our
came out was
last
3 or 4
trailer
years
for
ago.
today. Please take a
Maybe
look.
he's taking a break, you know, doing something smaller on the side. Nintendo Switch. Is this the last one for the night? Is this sequel to Mario Odyssey? Kind of gives me a color palette of that vibe. Sequel slots. look like a monkey. Deep pit. Donkey Kong. Yeah. There he is. The man, the myth, the legend, not forgotten anymore. He is back with the Mario level polish, the Mario top tier level development. This is huge. Donkey Kong hasn't gotten love like this since Donkey Kong 64. Though Tropical Freeze was pretty big, and so was Donkey Kong Returns. Kong Country Returns. Wow, you can smash it all up. You can just smash up everything. This is literally Red Faction Gorilla. Literally. Is this another open world? You can just walk around as Donkey Kong and everywhere? Or take like mine carts all around? That'd be cool. Hey, you've got your 2D sections. There you go. Let's go. Banana. Oh my god. Okay, more serious moments showing the villains. Donkey Kong going insane. Donkey Kong Bonanza. Very cool. July 17th.
That was a brand new 3D platforming action
That is a
game
month
starring
after
Donkey
release.
Kong, called Donkey Kong Bonanza. With incredible strength, smash through enemies, walls, the ground, and just about everything as you demolish your way through a massive underground world. More details will be shared in the future. We hope you're looking forward to it.
Thank you for watching so far.
All right.
To recap, Nintendo Switch 2 launches on June 5th.
Available June 5th.
Finally, here are
Nice.
the hardware options that will be available at launch. We'll release Nintendo Switch 2, as well as a bundle that includes a digital version of Mario Kart World.
Mario Kart World. The bundle is
For more
smart,
details,
obviously.
Please check the official Nintendo Switch 2 website, which goes live
People are
later
gonna
today.
eat that one up. That Mario Kart bundle is gonna be
We've covered
sold
a lot
out
of information,
immediately.
But that's all we have to share for today.
You'll have to wait just a bit longer for launch. We are very much looking forward to everyone being able to experience Nintendo Switch 2.
We appreciate you joining us today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Wow, that was pretty. That was a good direct. Lots of good stuff in there. Oh my god. We gotta talk about it all. Nintendo Treehouse chat. We're gonna check one of those out after we just talk about this. We gotta look up some stuff. Whoa, Nintendo Direct. That was their big Switch thing. No price at the Direct, obviously. That's been fixed by now. Console's $450. There's gonna be a lot of third-party support, a lot of Switch games from the Switch 1 carrying the load, but this is it. Holy crap. All right, Mario Kart though. Mario Kart. Let's talk about Mario Kart. Mario Kart World. That is coming out with the Switch, obviously. And you get to like go around in these open tracks, I guess. They all connect, apparently. There's a lot of characters I saw in this, which is crazy. So let me load this. I'm actually going to talk while this is going on, since we watched this already. So they're showing a great variety in map design, But these maps are massive. They got to make them so big that you kind of lose the... I don't know. I was gonna say you kind of lose the theme a little bit, right? Because it's just so massive. You're not really seeing all the cool stuff. You're more focused on where 24 players are and how can you pass them. But saying that, it looked cool. It doesn't look like like maybe I haven't like I need a side-by-side comparison, but I swear it doesn't feel like that big of an upgrade from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But hey, I'm not complaining because it's an all new kind of bigger lane Mario game. So this is how they were gonna do it, because this is probably on their mind for years. Like, how are we gonna outdo Mario Kart 8? We can't. Sold 72 or 68 million copies of the game. I mean, to be fair, a lot of the, not most of it, but a lot of that is bundles, right? The Mario Kart 8 bundle is like one of the most popular bundles to buy for the Switch. So that's still, I think it looks fun. I think it looks fun, and it's depending what happens, like how this traversal is important. Are you gonna find secrets in the open world, right? I like all the cool customization. There's like actual costumes for these people, which is pretty cool. Different costumes than like whatever the default is, because you see so many throughout this trailer. I don't know why, but I expected a bigger graphical upgrade. I really did. I mean, it's Mario Kart. You don't need to go crazy. You don't. But maybe I'm like because I'm expecting it to be shinier, I guess. That's essentially what I'm expecting, so maybe I shouldn't expect it to be shiny. Not everything needs to look like Unreal Engine, right? It's not necessary, especially for a Nintendo game, but this still passes the vibe. I like it. It's very bright too. I want to see more shadows. When I play it up, I think I'll turn down the brightness. Mario Kart World. Don't they talk about it for a little while too?
Hello everyone, I'm Koichi Kawamoto, and I'll be one of your guides for today's Nintendo Direct. I'm
Mario Kart World.
Nintendo Switch 2.
I'm Takuhiro Dota, the director for Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah, they talked about the console, like what you can do with the game chat. The game chat thing is kind of interesting. I mean, it's an old function that they should have had like party chat long ago on the Wii U, for God's sake. But I guess they're not as focused on that kind of stuff as somebody like Microsoft was, because it was their bread and butter by that time. Yeah. This phony ass team here. They all have the perfect house. It's cool to have it now. It's cool to have it, and they have the mic in the console directly in the Switch. So there's always a mic for you to use should you want to use it. You can have it off, and then whenever you decide, hey, I'm gonna party up with some friends, let's play some Mario Kart, whatever you want to play, and you get activate it. It's perfect. So far, only thing I've seen is like the mute button, right? There's a mute button, I think. So it's good to have it, but you know, getting a camera for the console it just feels so 2000s. It just feels so 2000. Not that Sony doesn't have a PS5 camera, right? They do. Xbox, I haven't seen the Kinect in so many years. I don't even know if it exists anymore. It definitely doesn't exist anything past Xbox One, obviously. But I don't think they sell it either. So I don't know if Microsoft has a camera. Maybe just one of their actual Microsoft branded cameras if they have them. It's like, hey, just get any Microsoft branded camera and it'll work. That is cool, but good lord, that frame rate is, what is that? What am I looking at, Nintendo? Is this like your way of saving like RAM and speed and stuff and internet bandwidth? Show a choppy game that's missing like a ton of frames. I mean, who wants to look at that? Everybody's just gonna get rid of it like this. I just want to talk to you. I don't need to see what you're playing. That's called screen peeking. All right, having all those Mario Kart cameras under you. Can you imagine setting a rule? No menu peeking, and then everybody just has the menu up below so they can all see where they are. I'm not sure how much that would affect you in Mario Kart, but I would think that's funny, especially with how intense people are about screen peeking. Like, I've seen people get genuinely upset over screen peeking stuff. Like, calm down. But anyways, that's beside the point. The functionality is good to have to finally talk to others without having to use the phone. Come on. Who uses the phone? People who have Discord on their phone but not on a computer.
I'll be right back, yeah? Okay. Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more.
Accidentally slammed my drink. Somehow the connect returned, chat.
Hey, what's up? Hello. Yo.
Hi, how's everyone doing? Good?
You can appear on screen.
Oh, I'm over here sitting here watching it again. We just finished watching it. So yeah, I was talking about this. I think it's good to have, but it's a little late to the party and it looks really janky. So they need to polish it up. Make sure it works right on release. Don't make people wait. That's why they said it's free probably for the first 6 months so they can iron out some of the kinks. So I think when it launches, it's going to be probably like a mess, right? Disconnections and stuff. But I think they'll iron that out and have an official release later on down the year or early next year, something like that.
Play together or compete in online multiplayer games.
But yeah, they showed a whole bunch of Switch stuff. Nice. Yeah, you can play all your old Switch games. 120 FPS is wild. Like, the fact that Nintendo Switch has 4K 60, 120 FPS, 1080p, like, that's insane. But I guess it was bound to happen eventually, right? Nintendo finally getting the chance to do something like this.
The screen supports up to 120 frames per second.
I don't think they're at the top yet, like when it comes to graphical fidelity. I doubt it. But they've at least entered a semi-modern era of television and all that support to really get some extra stuff in there. Joy-Con 2s. Attack button. They got a little button on the back. I've got fat fingers, chat. If I use that, I'm gonna hit that button in the back all the time. I'm gonna be like, I don't need it. You do need it to get the Joy-Con off, but
the SL and SR buttons are bigger.
Oh, they made them bigger. Let's go. Oh, they were so small, man. Yeah, I could barely. I was like this, claw fingers. Claw fingers. Just trying to press them.
Each Joy-Con 2 controller can be used as a mouse to play with compatible games. Both the left and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls.
Improved speakers, cleared audio.
Between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld and tabletop modes.
Built-in mic for easy voice chatting. Yes. Okay, so let's move on to the next section. We already saw this. This is wild. They made a tutorial game and they're selling it. This is a game that teaches you about the console. Why is this not something people can just use? Who's going to pay for this?
A magnetic circuit is formed between them.
I mean, I'm sure there's a few people. It depends on how much it is. If it's $5, okay. It still should have been a pack-in, but $5 is not too bad, right? If it's over 30, that's a lot, bro. That's a lot for something like this. Who knows the depth of this? What if it's just 2 hours long? There's no, if it was 2 hours long, they would definitely price it at like $29.99 or something, or no, like $19.99 maybe. But they would price it. There's your golf. This is the new golf for the Switch 2 chat. Minesweeper. No, avoiding. The maracas. Have I seen those before? Have they done the maraca bit? Maracas bit at all in Nintendo? I feel like I've seen that before.
Nintendo Switch 2
Voice changer?
will launch as a paid digital game on the same day
It's
as
cool,
Nintendo
interesting, but it's also not really innovative. This is no Astrobot. Okay, this is nothing close to that. This has no, it looks cool, but it has no like creativity in there to make like an interesting level out of it or something, you know? They could have done something, but they made probably what was a relatively small game. So I guess you'll have something to do, right?
Switch 2 will only work with micro SD.
Oh yeah, the micro SD cards. That's rubbish.
And will make high-speed data
That old Harry Potter scene. That's rubbish. Why don't the other ones work? It's exactly the same, right? No, this one's EX. Maybe this one's just faster. Does Switch have an SSD? I don't remember hearing about that. System transfer, that's cool. Okay. So we got Mario Kart Jamboree. Let's see. Nintendo Switch 2 editions. Mario Kart Jamboree and Jamboree TV. That's pretty cool. They're re-releasing it. And from what I've seen online, I think somebody was posting the prices. I think it's like $69.99, right? $70. That's pretty pricey for this. I mean, it just came out last year. I get it, but it's already a 1-year-old game. I guess this is all new stuff. These are new levels for you to use your voice commands and mouse buttons on. So I kind of get it, but man, asking for $60 is wild. No, I guess because you get. I'm going back and forth myself.
First up is Mario Party mode.
Okay.
With a single camera, up to 4 players can join the festivities. You'll be able to see each other's faces as you play, so you can experience all
Look at that face.
and emotions in real time. Or 4 friends can take the party.
Oh my god, look at that. Get wrecked. Mario ran him all over.
Next, it's Bowser Live, a mode where the live
Oh yeah, the song. I think I did the song earlier. No, I don't think I did. Peaches, peaches, peaches. That's from the movie. Peaches, 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 peaches. What else we got here? What is that?
Roll an arm, and one where you shake a can of spray paint and quickly tag objects.
Interesting.
Enjoy the
2 edition of
enter a pipe. A mini game will begin.
Oh god, what have I done?
Reactions and emotions in real time.
Mini games, new mini games all over. Oh my god, look at that bullet bill. Until I saw Mario, that thing was intense. Look, it was about to kill us.
Bowser Live, a mode where the livelier team wins.
Bowser live. That's what I'm gonna say. Bowser live.
Hit blocks to collect the most coins.
Is it his last name? Is it a part of his last name?
And compete in other mini games using full body movement and sound. Finally, take a ride on the mouse-controlled carnival coaster. With the safety bar lowered and secured, you're off.
Nintendo teaching kids how to act in places in the public since 1980, whatever. You guys remember the Wii tutorial DVDs? Oh my god. Every game would have like some kind of thing going on about safety, and I get it. It was a new thing. People were like throwing the controller and stuff. I get it.
From mini games that use a camera, the built-in microphone.
Cool. You'll be able to do some microphone stuff. I like it.
The biggest party yet is getting even bigger. Super Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 edition, plus Jamboree TV.
Plus Jamboree.
Nintendo Switch 2.
All right, so yeah, that's cool, right? Zelda, oh my god, this is great. Having both finally with some updates, right? Making them look so buttery smooth. Chat, we're gonna watch the Nintendo Treehouse after this and check out some stuff that they have. So they got quite a lot of stuff in a 4-hour Treehouse. We're not gonna watch all 4 hours, God no. But we're gonna watch some snippets of gameplay because they're going over these games, these new games, showing off stuff. They even show off this, I think. I haven't seen any of it. I skipped around and looked at what's going on in that moment, but I never kept it going or anything. I just wanted to make sure it was worth announcing that we'll watch it before I went ahead and watched it.
For example, it can help guide you to
Navigation. Bro, are they putting Google Maps in this? What is this? Oh no, this is in-game. Okay, I was like, what is going on here? So confused. Look how smooth Link is.
You can share your creations using QR.
No edges.
To another player to create in their game.
Not 30 FPS. Okay. Other players can auto build your creations. Look at that.
We hope these features will make your adventures even more enjoyable.
Okay. Epona. Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
In Kirby and the Forgotten Land, you'll be able to enjoy
Crazy.
an additional story
Wait a minute.
exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2 edition, along with improved graphics.
Why am I watching this again? We just did this. I'm over here watching. See, I got so into it that I started watching it again. Chat. All right. So, having the Zelda, it just looks so good. It looks great. They're $60 a piece or I think they're $70, chat. Tears of the Kingdom, I guess I get it. It's the latest one, but Breath of the Wild, that's insane. And it has no new content either, other than the Zelda notes, I guess. It's just an upgrade, you know. They just cranked up the graphics to 4K. They didn't just it definitely took more time than that, but it looks great though. It looks great. I would love to play one of these one day. I can play Breath of the Wild. I just got a Switch again. It's not here yet. I think it should be here tomorrow. I bought it on eBay, so. But well, actually, I could play both of these. What's wrong with me? I forgot about that. I was like, wait a minute, isn't this on the Switch too, or on the regular Switch? I'm an idiot. So we can still play them, but man, they look so. I might just save. Like maybe we'll play Breath of the Wild. And then we'll save Tears of the Kingdom for when I get the Switch 2. And it just looks so good, right? And it'll probably be so much more fun. Okay, so. Oh, Metroid. Don't forget Metroid. Oh my god.
And a Nintendo
Samus. Why did I say it? Samus. Samus? Samus. Samus Returns.
In addition to standard controls,
Mouse gameplay. We're gonna see this in the treehouse. This is one of the images that I clicked on the timeline just to see if it was worth watching. But 4K 60 FPS. What? Oh wait, we went over this already. That's crazy. Still 4K 60. I did not think they could do that with this game, but they really put the time behind it to get it to work. 1080, 120 FPS. 120 FPS on the Nintendo Switch console is wild. But only Nintendo can do it on their own, and then I think third parties have to choose to do it, right? So,
the Nintendo Switch 2 edition games you just saw will be available.
Metroid Prime. This one's also going to be on the Switch. We could play this, chat. We can actually play this.
And if you already own the Nintendo Switch,
but it doesn't come out till like holiday
you can
though.
Play the Nintendo Switch 2 edition by purchasing an upgrade pack.
So it's going to be a little while before we get our Metroid Prime 4 fix. I got a lot of Metroiding to catch up on. I have not played the remaster at all. I need to get on that. Because I loved Metroid Prime back in the day. I played it on the GameCube a bunch. I think I beat it. I don't remember because it was so long ago. It was like 20 plus years ago now. Yeah, I was like 10 or 11. Yeah, I think Prime 4 is going to crush it. not as much Prime as I thought we were gonna see. I thought we were gonna see like a big blowout. I thought this was gonna be a system launch game along with like another one or two heavy hitters. But it seems like they're holding off. Just let them have the extra time to polish it, make sure it's really good. It will most likely be a holiday game, but they already have, I think they already have like another holiday game set up. So it's crazy. I think it's pretty good. This though, apparently there are like, there's a lot of games that will get like slight, like they just boost the FPS a little bit in some of those games, or maybe they boost it up to 60. I don't know, but it can be enabled. I think these are the ones that you can pay for, but you can also get Nintendo Switch Online and you'll get access to them. I think you got to get the special version, the one with the GameCube in it. I don't know how I feel about that, but it's Nintendo's on top when it comes to console sales, so I could imagine no less from this company for any of the game companies. I like Xbox Game Pass, but you think if Xbox had stuck to an exclusive kind of system, that they would, like, if they had bangers and they were just their console 120 million seller, you think they would just put those games on PlayStation? No. Speaking of which, no Xbox today. That's crazy. I thought we would see Xbox. We did not see Xbox. No Sea of Thieves. I think that's on the Switch already. I'm not sure. No trailer for Doom. I thought they were gonna do a Doom trailer. I was hoping for it. I was like, yes, do the Doom trailer, do the roar. But no, they was Doom. Obviously, I think Xbox is just, they're saving that for their event. It's supposed to come out May 15th, so they need to get something going, right? They need to get the marketing going. They already showed quite a few cool ones, but we need the big stuff. We need the Times Square. Get people knowing it's a Doom game. Come back. You remember Doom? This isn't your daddy's Doom. That kind of thing. So, that's cool. Upgrades. A little pricey though. I don't like what I'm seeing with the price. Oh, the Wheels game. This was interesting. It has you using the controller with the mouse. One controls one wheel, the other one controls the other. It just seems so like bland and generic. Like, where's the pizzazz? Where's that Nintendo flair? Right? But I guess this is just meant to be a gimmick game. I get it. Some gimmick games can go on to become cult classics, right? Or if you put just enough effort into it, you could create the next Rocket League. Can you imagine if they had made this like a AAA crazy game and they had like stats and everything? I'm sure they just want people to have fun, but I imagine people would like it enough if they did it right that they could potentially do other stuff. So yeah, it's interesting. I'm gonna definitely use that mouse mode when I play like Metroid Prime 4. You better believe we're gonna try that out. We'll get another shooter that's on there. I don't know what other shooter there is. Elden Ring, that's a big get. Everybody knew that was coming. Elden Ring is just the biggest game in the world, and it's already at like what, 25, 30 some million sales. That's crazy. Elden Ring will never die. Even their new game, Dusk's Blood, is some kind of PvE kind of thing. I'm not too crazy about that. I think I'm kind of done with the modern like Souls games for now. And I'm actually kind of itching to go back and play like Dark Souls Remastered one day. That'd be cool, right? When was the last time I played that? That was, I think, summer of 2020 on stream. We played Dark Souls Remastered. We didn't finish it. It was just random. I just decided to play it. That's cool. Before we started playing Doom 3. Street Fighter 6. What else you got? All the third parties are here. Tony Hawk, Madden. Hyrule Warriors is cool. It's good to see this because you get to play as Zelda. So you're playing as Zelda in this game. Or, I think you can choose characters, but being able to play as just Zelda is pretty cool. And I'm sure they probably have you play as her. Maybe they have a story mode, right?
Then it must mean this really
Tears of the Kingdom. It looks pretty cool. I wonder if they're gonna go for stable frame rate over like looks. It looks like they went for stable frame rate, and I'm glad they did. Everybody says Dynasty Origins is really good. That's their latest. This is from Koei Tecmo, so this is the team that makes Dynasty Warriors. Yes, Dynasty Warriors, Orochi, those kind of things. GameCube, bro. It's about freaking time. You put the damn GameCube on the Switch. Should have been on the Switch 1, but whatever. They got a decent handful of games. They had Wind Waker, they had F-Zero GX, Sega game. They had Pokemon Coliseum, Pokemon XD, Luigi's Mansion, Chibi Robo, Soul Calibur 2. I forgot about that. I thought about that as I was hitting the fast forward button. This is pretty cool because this game has been locked on the GameCube forever. So there is no other way to play this unless you want the non-link version from the Xbox One or no, Xbox 360 days. So it's not a re-release. It's more just like, hey, here's these games we can throw online. Now they probably had to tweak a few things just to make sure the emulation runs well, but it's pretty cool still.
In games that support multiplayer, up to 4 can play together locally or online.
Cool.
Enjoy these classic games with clearer image quality and higher resolution than the original releases.
Got the grappling hook. Chat, you know how long the animations are on the original Wind Waker? I want Wind Waker HD because they have like the extra sail speed. You got the grapple hook. Animations are cut in half. Text animations are cut in half. Like you can just speed through it. Oh, let's look back at that. Hold on.
More titles will be added in the future.
Super Mario Sunshine, good one. But we did get this in the 3D Mario collection, but they don't sell that no more. So it's like $120 now. So this is cool. Mario Sunshine has devalued the Nintendo 3D Mario collection a little bit, probably. Fire Emblem, never played it, but it looks good. The gameplay that they show, I think Fire Emblem is something I've never gotten into it. You know, I've never been much on strategy, really. Pokemon XD, never played it. Super Mario Strikers, never played it, but I would love to play a Mario Soccer game, right? Wouldn't that be cool? Be awesome. Chibi Robo is one of those games that's like a niche, like it became a niche thing on like 3DS. It was just a weird game, right? Just a weird game. And Nintendo dabbles in weird games sometimes. Sometimes, all the time. Oh, try to catch it. Luigi's Mansion, of course, classic. Don't they have Luigi's Mansion 1? Like, wasn't it remade somewhere? Or did they never remake this one? I thought they put Luigi's Mansion on the Switch. And I'm not sure. But this is cool to have the GameCube version, the original. And then Pokemon Coliseum, that looks sick. I remember looking at this and I was tempted, chat. I was a Yu-Gi-Oh guy growing up, but I was tempted to get into some Pokemon gaming action. All right. The GameCube controller looks cool. I like the GameCube controller. Spitting image. It's a shame they didn't do the Wavebird. I think the Wavebird would have been more like nostalgic. Or maybe offer both, right? But I guess, you know, one thing at a time, right? Maybe we'll get the Wavebird in the future. This basically is a Wavebird, actually. Just doesn't look like the Wavebird. The Wavebird had that big pack at the end there, in the middle. Still cool to get one, though. It looks great. Borderlands 4, Civilization 7. I wonder if they show anybody, like, doing, like, any gameplay with the mouse. Obviously, that's what it's for.
Civ 7, you'll establish an empire and guide your people throughout the ages of history. With the new mouse controls, players can enjoy a more intuitive gameplay experience. Civ 7 launches on the same day as Switch 2.
Wow, that's gonna be out now. I'm not sure if it's out already.
Experience mouse controls on Switch 2 by purchasing the upgrade.
Maybe 2K, 4Kids. Enter the Gungeon 2. Some people are probably gonna be hype about that. Oh my god, 2K. You're not, if it's not the GTA 6 trailer, then go away. Okay. So we had some kid stuff, we had some interesting indie stuff. Cyberpunk is pretty cool to get on the Switch. The fact that they could even make it run is a miracle. I think it's like 30 FPS though, probably. That's what I'm getting when I look at some of this stuff. Like Johnny Silverhand. Yo, Keanu's getting paid, man. Keanu is just making money left and right. Games division, movies division. The man needs to do a TV show. Probably has, I just probably don't know. Like a real modern TV show. Final Fantasy VII is also great. This has been locked on the PS4 and PC for many years, so it only came out 5 years ago, but it's cool to finally have it on the Xbox, the Nintendo. And I'm sure this means that the Xbox version is not far off, right? It's probably gonna come out maybe maybe till next year. That'd be such a shame. Like, just release the PC like the one that you plan to release on the Xbox. Nah, they gotta make sure they work. So I guess one at a time, right? Excuse me. Oh, we had some of the montage. Did I see what was in here? A lot of nothing, right? Yeah, I was kind of busy. New Duskblood. This game looks interesting. It's a PvPvE Souls game, another one on top of like the Battle Royale PvPvE game they have going on in Elden Ring Night Reign. But I mean, as far as I know, there's not many details about the game, so this is all we get. And that's just how it usually is. You guys remember Sekiro? Sekiro showed off the arm that he had cut off, and they put like a bone thing that shot out the axe. Look at that guy. Ooh. It looks sick though. But yeah, I'm not much into multiplayer. So I don't know if I'll play this or not. I don't even know if I'll have a Switch by the time it comes out. Though I highly doubt that, because that's after 2026, and I will definitely my hands on one before 2026.
Close your eyes and
It's only 7 o'clock. Let's go.
as befits the soon to depart.
It looks cool though. I wouldn't mind trying it out and see if it's for me. I'm definitely gonna watch a lot of gameplay coverage of it upon release, and see what you know, see if I can gel with it. Elden Ring has gotten me like, I need a break, so we haven't played that in like 2 weeks. But eventually the itch always returns to play a Souls game, right? I just think this time it's gonna be Dark Souls 1, because it's been a long time and I really want to go through the first one again. Maybe not the third one. I'm just afraid of some of the bosses, okay? Leave me alone. I am a baby. Dustbloods. All right, then we got Kirby Air Ride, right? That's cool. I don't know if it's like a racing game. It looks like a racing game for sure. I believe he says that this was like released on the GameCube. There's another one, so this must be like a sequel officially, finally, right? So that's pretty cool. People who loved it. I'm always down for a fun racing game. So, you know, while I wouldn't pursue this, I would, like, if my buddy had it and we wanted to play something, I would probably still play Mario Kart. But when we come back around, check out that Kirby game. Director Masahiro Sakurai. That is the Brawl guy, right? Nice.
Kirby Air Ride, which originally released on the Nintendo GameCube system over 20 years
I wonder if he
ago,
made the original one. I don't
new game.
know anything about the original, but I'm sure he probably did. He's been around a long time.
Directed by Masahiro Sakurai.
He's the Super Smash Brothers guy. He makes them. And right now he's so burnt out that he just doesn't want to go back to it. Like, it takes over his life. And I can understand that. Not to his degree, but I can understand that. I'm sure he's going to go back, though. He probably got this one win. I mean, one win. Who am I talking about? This is the guy who did Super Smash Ultimate, so they told him, make whatever you want. And he probably just settled on Kirby Air Riders. And now, finally, we've reached the end. Donkey Kong returns in Donkey Kong Bonanza. Pretty sick. Pretty sick. The original villain returns once again. The original villain to Mario. This guy's the Loki of the Nintendo universe. Started out as a villain. Became an acquaintance after that. They teamed up once or twice. Don't usually cross paths very often, but when they do, they get shit done. So it's cool to see Donkey Kong have like his own time for a big game again. You know, when's the last time he had something like this? What was it? He had a few other games, like some stuff on the GameCube, but obviously I'm not talking about his 2D games, Donkey Kong Country Returns and Frozen whatever, which are amazing 2D games, but this is the first 3D one since Donkey Kong 64, I think. So people are very excited. I imagine people are gonna freak out being able to play as Donkey Kong again. Donkey Kong may not be as big as Mario, but he could be up there, I think. So that's cool. I did want to see a Mario game. I did. Like a mainline Mario game. So I'm surprised. I really expected them to finally show a new Mario game. And I get it. They don't need to. They don't need to rely on the big guy. He does a lot of other stuff. He's always going to sporting events, always playing tennis, always kicking soccers around, right? Interesting.
That was a brand new 3D platforming action game starring Donkey Kong.
It's cool to have him back, though.
Donkey
It's
Kong Bonanza.
have him back in his own big game. So, and it looks insane. The stuff you can do. You can destroy everything. So fun. I wonder what people are thinking about the design. His design is a little different than usual. They changed his eyes up to look more like the movie, the Seth Rogen one. So this was a thing we found out during the Mario Kart 9 in the original Switch trailer, like 4 months ago. So people were, what is that? He looks like the movie Donkey Kong. And here he is. He's looking way more like the movie Donkey Kong than he did last time. So that movie made over $1 billion, chat, for Mario. So, you know, Nintendo's riding high on all that stuff. And while Nintendo's output hasn't been as great as the first 5-ish years of the Switch, still some good great stuff. So I'm very excited to see what comes of the Switch in the future, how things go with the launch, the games, Mario Kart 9, Donkey Kong a month later, tons and tons of third-party support. For the first time, Nintendo has real momentum with third-party support. They got Elden Ring to come and make a game. They paid a heavy bag probably, but they got Elden Ring developers to make a Nintendo Battle Royale. No, not a Battle Royale, a multiplayer-ish game. So very interesting. These are crazy times we live in, you know.
Platforming action game starring Donkey Kong called Donkey.
Right. Well, everybody who this is just for YouTube. I'm just doing this to end the direct. So that's the Nintendo Direct. Guys, thanks for watching it with me. This was awesome. We did the discussions. We talked about it a bit. And I'm going to do a whole separate thing on some of the negative aspects, but I want to get into the treehouse a bit. So we'll get into like negative stuff in a separate video probably, where I talk about like what's going on with the pricing, what's going on with some of the games that are being priced like crazy high, and some of the stuff in the games like what I was hoping to see maybe. Yeah. So thanks for watching the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct reaction and discussion. I'll see you later. All right. So we're gonna watch some of the Treehouse chat. Treehouse is it's 4 hours long, but we're definitely not watching 4 hours. Hell no. I just want to cut into like, you know, some of the games that they're showing. They're showing Donkey Kong gameplay. They're showing I think Breath of the Wild. They're showing off the frame rate and everything. And of course Mario Kart, which is the first one. Let's see, Treehouse started here. Whoa. Sorry about that.
Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Nintendo Treehouse Live, Nintendo Switch 2. I am
Mario Kart 2.
Okay, right into it. Nice.
Sam,
Let's go.
Why don't we talk about what we're going to be doing here?
Yeah, so this is Mario Kart.
Mother
World.
Bob Ross, holy
There is
God.
a whole new world of Mario Kart to explore in this game.
Gotta play some Mario
And
Kart.
as such, you know, we're not going to be able to get into super deep detail into everything today. As you saw in the
Ooh,
direct
look at the
yesterday,
animations. That's the
dedicated
character
Mario Kart
select.
World
Yeah.
Direct that will
They
give
got a
us
lot
the
of characters for
deep dive,
this.
information.
They've got
in a
little
couple
dance
weeks. So
too.
stay tuned
Okay.
for that. For right now, this is really just going to be a first look. And today we're going to be jumping into the Grand Prix and show you the new flow for how Grand Prix works in this game. We're starting out on the character select screen, and I just wanted to highlight some of the cool animations that we're looking at.
So
I know, that's true. The animation is cool.
Mario doing his little shimmy.
Yeah.
Luigi.
He looks so cute.
Oh, Luigi.
Earlier you had it on Toad, who.
Okay,
you could
yeah,
just,
we'll go back to
again.
Toad.
Yes, I mean, come on.
One of my favorites is Waluigi here. He looks like he's ready to rumble.
Waluigi. Waluigi's always ready to rumble, bro.
Okay, so for
Don't
this
mess with
year,
Waluigi.
we're gonna stick with Mario.
Yes.
We're gonna try and minimize distraction.
Vanilla, boo, boring, boo.
Formed vehicles now. We're no longer selecting individual cart.
Okay, they got rid of the customization for the
We can
cart.
still see the details. So you
Okay, so these are just vehicles that you
really
get.
cool vehicles. One of my favorites here is Charging Truck.
Such a good one.
You know what that means, right? They're gonna release like vehicle packs.
Yeah.
That's
right now,
cool.
I'm gonna roll with the standard cart.
Vehicle packs are awesome.
Classic.
Classic. And we're gonna do the Mushroom Cup. You can see
But kind of disappointed you can't customize anymore. This kind of feels like what we've seen from the industry on the other side of the line,
you could see that these courses are actually connected in a
you know, wants to sell you stuff, so they cut customization so that you have to buy like single packs of stuff, you know, single costumes and things like that.
So that we could take in more of the details.
Absolutely.
Here, single vehicles, and I'm pretty sure costumes
That's kind of
probably.
the idea, you know. That all of this is in a world now.
All right, we're going to be starting at Mario Brothers Circuit.
Let's go.
Yeah, so when you select a cup, you get this flyover of the courses that you're going to be racing on.
Wah, wah.
Ah, so good.
Look at them.
Yeah.
Those rainbow sparks.
I'm already seeing new ways to go that I haven't done before.
Classic DK stage. That's sick.
The more details that you'll notice.
They made some crazy maps, bro. Crazy maps.
I love all the little details and the little signs.
All right.
First race.
Ooh, they changed the music. Okay.
Mario's ready. Are you ready?
Let's go. Man, it looks crispy. It looks great.
Ready here. He's getting ready to start. You notice that there are 24 racers as well.
Yeah, 24 racers on the starting grid.
You can still get 2 items. Nice.
Is like a mathematical
Sick.
formula for potential chaos.
Behind me, Chad, you got
Increasing the number of
the
racers to 24
lap
is a
and
very
coins.
significant variable
Coins are
in
right here
increasing that
below.
chaos.
And that's what we need.
Yes,
We need
yes.
that
And there's
chaos.
people doing stuff behind me too.
So good. You never know what's gonna happen.
I'm
All right.
kind of watching and talking.
Right into second.
Let me lower
place.
this a bit, actually.
All right. Oh,
That
oh,
coin,
oh.
yep.
Got a battle here.
I think it's good, actually.
Still ahead of me.
Oh, nice. Got it.
Oh,
You got
Yeah.
So lucky there.
See some of the items. Coins. You brought coins back.
You still got so many more coins.
Look at all those coins.
Yeah, that's a new item. That's a coin.
And I know I just talked about the coin collecting thing, but I meant like coins as an item.
It's actually being
Ew.
held there without Sam having to hold down.
Why?
That's correct.
That was the lamest thing about Mario Kart 8. The freaking coin. You get that when you're like close to first place, and it's always a bummer.
Assume that defensive position. You no longer have to hold a button down.
You're really holding on to this for long.
Yeah.
Show me the blue shell. Show me the blue shell. Oh, he just did a trick off a wall. That's sick.
A couple of new
Look at
things
that.
there. So there was a brief rail ride into a wall
That's awesome.
ride.
Yeah, that
Took his bomb. Get wrecked.
Missed you there, so
There you go. Double
I
shells.
didn't even notice that. I was so focused on doing other things. So you'll notice the first time I took this lap, I took a slightly different route here.
What's
And
the
now
feather?
You can see my vehicle. You don't have those like gliders that you had in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Now your vehicle's got
little wings.
Yeah.
Oh, they got rid of the gliders. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Really cool.
Yeah, and I also appreciate your defensive strategy here, Sam, of like hanging on to your items.
Yeah.
You're just
Show
like,
the items. We want to see them.
Well, I'll hang on to this
You
for a while.
naturally grind.
We're
Look at
trying to
that.
trail
That's pretty
now,
cool.
And this is something that's new. You could see that I can build up boosts just like I could.
Oh, you can build up boost during that? That's cool. That's sick.
Yeah, it's really,
I like that you can build up boost while you're grinding.
So if you think about like in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, you had those.
Hit by the lightning. Oof.
And now it's raining.
Correct. That's just for not using your items.
But it looks like everyone's
I
starting
love
to catch
this
up.
detail. You could see
Look at the detail on the first logo. The first place logo. It's sick. Gave him the coin
What too? It's changing. The
and a banana.
so it's awesome.
Okay, I've got
Banana.
here, so I'll finish with a little flourish.
Look at that.
Oh, look at you.
Ooh.
Good job.
Trick off the pipe right into the finish line. That's sick.
And Mario looks amazing with the crown on
Yeah.
top of that.
Wow.
We got two.
It looks
hats going
fun.
on.
Oh my god.
Well, that's,
It looks
this
fun.
could be a
I
very
thought it would be a little
temporary
much
stage,
having
please,
so many
no
players,
early
but
congratulations.
it's not too bad. Oh, I skipped the whole race.
And you could see, you can now.
All right, so they're doing more than just one.
All right, things look.
Ooh.
All right.
Let me see a little bit of that beginning.
What is a course? The
Where's the beginning at? Well, there's 4 hours here, so I can't really.
camera still here
Okay, here we go. Second race.
to Crown City, and that's because, well, look, we're starting the next course, but we're still here at Mario Brothers Circuit. And that's because we're not just going to automatically be transported to Crown City.
Oh, that's
We're gonna
right.
drive there. These courses are connected in a world.
Oh, don't miss your boost.
Horses are connected.
That's all right. You'll make it up. You'll make it up.
It's all good.
So now you can
As we
maybe.
drive by Yoshi here.
Yeah, so we're on
Wow.
the road. Oh my gosh,
the Goomba.
Poor Goomba. We're on the road.
Oh, you got that.
Oh, that's what happened when you get when you get hit by a car. Okay.
A lot of obstacles in the course. There's a lot of different people. You
Show
wanna
me some of the
drive around,
unique
be
items. I
careful.
want to see
there's a lot of
like some
traffic
crazy
here,
stuff.
including Goombas.
Show me Mario eating the
Starting to
Scooby
get the
Doo
idea
burger.
That, like, you know, these sections in between the courses sort of blur the line of like what is a course. The whole world starts
No, that's
to
not
feel
me.
like a course. In
That's them.
the Mario Kart world,
Which is amazing.
Okay, because my computer is running like flawlessly right now.
Oh, nice, nice.
Get him.
Oh, I thought he was gonna
Oh,
turn
so
into
close.
it.
Wait, don't go
You know
first.
what though?
Is
I
he-
was gonna say yeah, that blue shell is coming though.
Oh, that
What
was
else you got? What else you got?
Okay.
Okay,
Come
you
on.
could see in the distance there we're coming
A
up
lot of
on
bland-looking
Crown City.
items in there.
Fire over
Oh,
there.
they're just about.
Where's
to
the
make
Where's
it
the
there.
good stuff? Show me
All right,
Show me the
come
good
on,
stuff.
wait.
I
Oh,
need the
you
good
got a
stuff.
comfortable-
Yeah.
I'm going
Look at
not
you.
too comfortable. Not too comfortable.
Comfortable.
Mario's
I
excited.
spoke to
Just a-
red shell.
That thing must be so hard to maintain for that guy. Oh, you guys can't see him.
Yeah.
He's the biggest fro I've ever seen.
As we're about to approach
Here he goes.
Crown
Yeah, I
City
want
here.
coins. I want coins. Where did that come
The
from?
thing is
No idea.
massive.
Don't worry about it.
Imagine how long of a comb you have to get to your like scalp.
Good.
For that rail.
Yeah, I'll
Yes.
take it. Yeah, the more you play these courses, the more you start to realize. these
Man does
really
not need a
cool
pillow in the
feelings.
airplane.
And
He
there's
is
different
the
routes
pillow.
and different paths that you can take.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
still
very
discovering new
beneficial.
stuff.
Oh yeah. There's
Yeah, you're
so
already
much
racing
to
slightly different than
discover.
I was, so it's
What does the
great to
Tanuki
see.
suit? Well, not
And
Tanuki
you
suit, but
can
what does the
see,
feather do?
You can now do multiple tricks.
Show
when
me the
you're in
feather.
air.
Awesome.
All right, that's good. Okay, here we
Got a
go.
healthy lead going on.
About to make our way.
Ooh,
People cheering in the sidelines.
sliding all the way up a track.
You can just see all these banners that are up. Mario Kart TV, really cool stuff. Oh, okay. Wow.
So you got to do 3 laps, which is
Really, I know.
actually
Making me
usual
sad.
for
It's really
Mario
fun
Kart,
to do.
most likely.
And it
That's
looks
usual
like
for Mario Kart for sure.
all
Mario Kart 8 at
competition's
least.
Starting to catch up behind you here.
Yeah, I was gonna
Not
say.
over yet. You still gotta hold that position.
I was gonna say this a little bit earlier, but like in Mario Kart 8.
Oh!
Nice slide.
This game is not going to wait
All right,
for me to speak.
that's cool.
No.
Oh, he's flying. Hold on.
Every time.
See some flying action. Don't collide into the poles. Oh no. Blue shell. Wrecked Mario.
Oh. I respect it. I respect what you're trying to do there.
I respect it. I respect it.
Hey.
Wow.
That was cool. What am I doing? It's all in one video.
If that was
So let's jump to the next game. They've got way more than just Mario Kart. And I want to see some of them. Oh, they're showing DK. Okay. Yeah.
I've been waiting so long.
Okay. Show me some
Love
DK.
this look for DK. He looks amazing.
So all of his posing.
Banana.
So cute at the same time.
Yeah.
He is
so this
massive though.
This first little
The
section I want to spend a minute
hair
talking
looks good.
about, some of the new controls DK
The
has
fur?
in this game, 'cause, he's a lot more action oriented in this
So
game.
kind of simple.
In a
He's
very
got
hands-on way.
mining equipment on too.
punch through
I'm
walls
surprised he
here.
doesn't have like a khaki shirt or
The
something.
area around me here.
As you might imagine, one of the big sort of elements of DK is his strength.
Yeah.
And that's on full display here.
Yeah, that's the coolest thing about this game is almost everything around you is destructible. So
Well, and we just saw you rip up a chunk of the terrain too and use that to cause more havoc. So
Yeah,
the possibilities are endless here.
It was like a tutorial. Okay. Man, you could just sprint. You could just break everything. It's crazy.
you can play around to your heart's content.
How deep can you
We're really
dig?
going to be looking at some of the
That's what I'm
first
curious about.
areas that you see in the game, and to kind of set up where we are and what we're doing here. Some rumors have started to spread of this material sprouting up on this island, Ingot Isle, and it's called Banandium. And this
Banandium, what is that?
Gold, but also in these.
Sorry, chat. I didn't sleep this morning, so I nodded off for a moment there.
And, it must also be delicious.
I have not slept yet since yesterday, so
That's one of my other favorite
I
things.
am
We're getting
slightly
a
tired.
little bit more info about golden bananas.
But not for lack
here.
of trying. I did try to go to sleep earlier. But eventually I just said, just get up. And I got the motherboard done and everything, so I'm kind of glad I did, because now we didn't have to worry about it. But
here, just kind of giving us a quick explanation of what we're doing here and why.
yeah, I'm glad we got the
Let's find
computer
more
fixed.
bananas. That was pretty tasty.
High five, bud.
Is that Diddy Kong? That's not Diddy
Yeah,
Kong,
now that
right?
we're in an open area here, I want to show off a couple more of his moves. DK's got a roll. Roll is back. You can also do a roll and a jump.
Nice.
Those moves are
Right
back.
into
You
the
can also
mud.
which I like.
Snake would
Especially
never.
With his little
With
headlamp
his
on there.
headlamp, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a disco party.
Yeah, it's like a little dance party. Oh, you know what? One other thing I want to show off really quick is how the chunks interact with each other. Sam, you want to talk about that for a minute?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
chunks.
So, he's just torn a chunk out of the ground there, but it's as you can
That's
see,
cool.
it's sort of this soft material. And if you
To be fine, right?
Yeah, ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, these things start to whittle away over time. You can see.
You know, I'm curious how they're gonna approach this. Like, I know they got to do some collectathon stuff, but Donkey Kong 64 is notorious for having like the largest collectathon ever. So I imagine they're gonna go light on it for this. You know, they'll have your puzzles in every area, every mission, what have you.
The chunk lasts.
But I think they'll hold back just a little bit on some things.
Good job, bud.
You know what I'm surprised at? Oh no, never mind. I was gonna say I'm surprised I didn't see Destiny 2 come to the Switch. But actually,
how are these guys doing?
they're with Sony now, so I don't think they would do that, right?
Yeah.
Put their biggest shooter on their competitor just for them to have a shooter to play.
Try and make our way
Let
back
them
up further to Baboon
pay
Town.
for
See if everything
the
is all right.
old games to be restored.
First, gonna try and clear these thorns. Ow! Which clearly hurts DK. Instead, we're gonna pick up a chunk.
Sorry, buddy.
Clear out this area here, so you can see. Yeah, chunks of terrain come in very handy, including eliminating hazards.
Well, and you can also turf surf on top of them too if you need
Yeah,
to.
that's true.
cross
You know,
them.
if I really
Eliminating
wanted to, I could
hazards.
turf surf on top of hazards like this.
Wow, that's cool though. You can just
As long
ride
as
on a
I'm,
rock.
watching to make sure that doesn't
Physics
whittle
be
away every
damned.
time. You can also do things like
That's
that.
cool.
Easily
I'm
knock
excited
out.
to see that come out. Like, people are gonna have so much playing the new Donkey Kong.
Space
Be fun.
Pirates.
Let's go.
Samus is going to be answering their
Metroid time,
call.
baby.
This is what's pretty much going to be the beginning of the gang.
Those are space pirates that are allied with Psylux, who we haven't seen a
Correct.
whole lot of. We saw him in Metroid Prime Hunters.
Yeah.
We're not quite sure what the bad blood here is about between Psylux and the Galactic Federation.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He doesn't
I'm
like
excited
him, nor
for every
likes- does
inch
not like Samus.
of Metroid
Yeah, he's got a deep
gameplay.
grudge
What's up
for
with that?
Samus.
Come on.
So getting to that, here's the first cutscene. So I won't talk too much over this. I'll let people kind of enjoy it.
First cutscene? You shut up right now.
I can feel the table.
Spoilers, chat. Leave.
I really want one of those ships, though.
That is a beautiful ship.
Maybe he didn't? Was he joking?
There's a big battle happening right now.
Ooh.
Samus
Quick work with some of these ships.
Yeah. Let's join in on it.
That's not good.
That's Samus's contribution to the air fray.
See, there's a lot of action.
Looked like stormtroopers for a second there.
Looking good for the
That
Galactic
guy.
Federation here.
The Galactic Federation soldiers are trying to put up a fight, but it's not working too well. They need some help. It's pretty cool to see this, though. Oh. All right.
Yeah, Samus to the rescue. Woo!
Okay, we're about to get to gameplay here in just a moment. I love this scene so much. All right, let me get ready.
Come on, show me. There you go. I was like, where the hell's Samus? I'm over here falling asleep.
So some of you might see this area pretty familiar from the first trailer that we showed for Metroid Prime 4, but now we're going to see a little bit more.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
we're just seeing Samus from the outside, but now we're about to go right behind the visor.
Are they gonna go weird and wacky with this one in the music department? I hope they do.
So I'm gonna kind of play a little.
So this is
footage
okay.
of
This is the
Samus
initial gameplay reveal
but I
trailer
see
from
this
last
right
year
here,
or
so I'm just gonna
6
go
months
ahead.
ago. I'm not sure.
Not let that stand.
That's cool.
We can see that classic Metroid Prime gameplay where you've got, it's first person, you've got your reticle in the middle there, and you can use that to lock on to enemies there.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Try to take any hits though. Oh, what you doing still? Oh. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and do this. So one thing people should note, right now I'm playing with a split Joy-Con 2 style. So I have a Joy-Con 2 in my left hand and my right hand. And I'm gonna change it up a little bit further we get into this.
Metroid.
You're playing in a mode called Quality Mode, which is in 4K, 60 FPS.
Correct.
So for anybody that is watching the stream, we are streaming at 4K. If you have a 4K TV, you will be able to see.
I don't have.
all
Well,
the
actually, I
visuals
do
in
have a
its
4K
very
TV
glorious,
now,
prestige,
just in the living room.
pretty graphics.
Metroid Prime Hunters. Let's go.
So right now there is a sensitive artifact that the Galactic Federation is trying to protect.
Very
and
cool,
the
very
Space
cool.
Pirates, led by Silex, is trying to take. So Samus is going to try to recover that and defend, and make sure that the Space Pirates don't take it. All right, so here's the area map acquired. Gonna go ahead and open it up. So here's my current position, and I want to make it all the way here.
To that big dome area.
Yeah. To secure the artifact. Move around, you'll see it's going to be right here, and then if I go down, I am right here. So I'm going to make my way through.
And that's one of the cool things about this. It's got that, again, classic Metroid Prime gameplay where you've got your map and it's kind of in 3D and you can rotate it because like navigation and exploration is a big
Scan visor. Show me the morph ball. I
Also
want to see the
different
morph
visors,
ball.
So I just switched to my
That'd be cool.
scan visor, and I can scan this door here. It's going to give me access and a little bit additional information here.
It's pretty important too, of just like learning more about the lore of this world. So scanning is very important. It's been in the Metroid Prime series as well. So
yes,
it's a great way to learn.
Way to get additional backstory, lore, also just helpful gameplay tips, and even access to certain areas.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh. Try to protect the.
There's that classic lock
some
on.
of the people here, but they're getting attacked.
Are they using the mouse attached, like the mouse thing for the Switch 2 Joy-Con? This is the perfect scenario to use it in.
Yeah.
I want to see how it works. It does some good aiming, you know.
Pirate, you can see classic. All right, and now they're gonna go away.
They're pretty ruthless. So one of them came at you to shank you.
They had it coming.
Definitely. So anything else to scan? We can even check out here where it came down. So we have a dive
this little
spike.
landing.
Yeah.
Spikes.
Okay. Things are looking good. I'm gonna make my way through this door here.
And there's some environmental stuff that you could also choose to break too. You never know what's in the containers.
All right. So here's our first major obstacle. So of course.
Yes, that's
I can
true.
enter
You never
this
know what's in the
waterfall,
containers.
You can go under small objects
Ooh, there it is.
or large objects. You can go into tiny cracks. I want to make my way
All right.
through here.
Guarantee you Ripley's going to show up in this game.
some more space pirates, but we've got a mecha suit.
Oh, are we gonna see mech gameplay?
Next
Yes.
here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to. This is gonna be a big battle after this scene. I'm actually going to switch from the controls I was just doing. I'm going to switch to mouse controls by putting the
cool.
right
Show
Joy-Con
me.
2, here on the surface, and I'm gonna actually start playing like that.
So you can see Demetrius is locking on to the enemies with the ZL button, but then at the same time he's using that right Joy-Con 2 to kind of fine-tune his aiming. You know, like maybe the enemies are a little, maybe you have to lead them a little bit, so you have to aim a little bit to one side or the other.
It looks like it runs pretty well. It looks like it's working good.
Oh, come on! There we go.
But it's really cool though that you're able to very seamlessly change between doing.
I don't know
Joy-Con
about
2
the Switch like shape of it. It's really thin.
Turn to
You know how
side to
people are
side.
used to mouses and stuff,
Now,
right?
if I
Like
take my hand and
wide,
just up
right?
off the surface,
That's
I'm
not
actually now
wide.
back to
Oh,
playing
you pick it up, you go back to regular. That's cool. So you can just immediately decide to start aiming with the thing, and then whenever you're adventuring, you can just switch it back to, you know, normal and just pick it up.
Yeah, so you can just switch that on the fly. All you have to do to activate the mouse controls is just put the mouse, you know, put the Joy-Con 2 flat on a surface.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's cool. Using sensors,
This
it can
guy,
tell.
I think he's pretty low on health, so it'll tell me even in my visor. Yep, Eternal, 70%.
Yeah, finish him
0%.
off.
I think this is Retro Studios, which is crazy that their game and Donkey Kong is coming out the same year.
Some scans you need
These are
to
the
do to
people who
advance
made
the story or
Tropical
activate certain
Freeze and
mechanisms.
Donkey Kong Country
But you can kind of
Returns.
decide how deep you want to go into the lore.
And they would have probably done
figuring out
another one
the
if the
explanations
team
of
who
every-
was tasked to make
every
Prime
element that
4
you see
first
in the
didn't
game.
mess up.
You can see
Or,
this
you
thing's
know,
getting
met their goals,
Oh,
whatever
yeah,
it
they're
is.
coming in real fast.
They're trying to blow the door here. Gonna make my way.
And don't forget, this game took 8 years to finally have a release like year. This is supposed to be it. If it goes next year, it's 9 years. That'd be ridiculous.
Yep.
Putting up a pretty good fight. Coming up is gonna
What
be
is
some
this?
collectible here. It's gonna be my
Energy tank. Oh, he's the Morph Ball. Okay, I was like, what's going on here? Is this like a strategy thing? He's the Morph Ball.
You can see that at the top of the screen.
That's how you know I haven't
99
played these
there.
games in a long time.
That's Samus's health, so
I need to play the
adding
remastered. I got a
energy
Switch
tank
coming, so
adds
we
an
might play the
additional
remastered eventually.
799 little energy units.
Yeah, that's a good point. So, looking at the screen right now, at the top left, we'll have the tracking meter for all of the enemies.
Cool.
On the top right, you'll have the mini map. On the
All
bottom
right.
right, you have
I like what I'm
your
looking at. It
missiles.
looks cool.
The total that you can hold is up over
got-
those areas as
oh,
well,
boss
so you have
fight.
to
Let me
bide your
see.
time before you're able to shoot it.
Let me see a little boss fight.
It kind of shifts from one to the other. Like he's never gonna have all of those weak points exposed at the same time.
Oh, how am I missing? All right, I'm gonna shoot these. You can dodge them, but it's better to shoot them just to get some health back. I'm gonna absorb them.
Or even missile replenishment.
Smart,
That'll
smart.
be handy. But as you can see, like, you have to
Try
get
to
the angle
dodge it.
right, because shooting missiles, you can see the deflect of the missiles, like, going off.
There we go. There we go. Now it's gonna open up the main weak spot here. I'm gonna try to get as many shots off as I can.
Classic
Try to-
Nintendo. You hurt the enemy until it gets staggered and then shows its
There's
weak
a
spot.
technique there that, Demetrius
To be fair, that's
used
not
to
just a
dodge that
Nintendo
attack
trope.
is the strafing one, where if you're locked on and you push the jump button twice, you can kind of strafe to one side or the other laterally to avoid some of those attacks.
There we go.
Or you can get real up close. I don't know if you want to attempt that.
No, it'll try to grab me, so I'm trying not to do that. All right, so pretty good shots
Okay.
here coming out. Oh,
Cool.
No.
We can
Chad,
see
I'm
the
all in
Abraxas
for
health
this.
bar there at the top
Prime
too,
4.
so making some progress,
All
but
in.
he's got a lot of.
Where
quick
we'll
look.
end it.
Nope.
Okay, more Mario Kart. That's cool.
Switch to Pro Controller.
Well, they're showing off this thing, the
and
tutorial
this is
game that
where
people have to
the
pay
HD
for.
Rumble- Tell us about his. I'm gonna start.
Oh, no! Oh, but you did it!
Is this Minesweeper? Dodge the spike balls. Okay.
Urges you to keep exploring.
Can
and
you
then
play
come
the mini games in this? Is that what this is?
All right, so let's start. This
Oh.
one starts off in
Okay,
survival mode.
I get it now. I didn't know they had the mini games in this. I didn't understand that.
Down on the table.
Okay, so that makes more sense. They have to put like effort into this kind of stuff. Even though, I mean, look at that generic background. Come on.
Let's see, Dutch.
This reminds me of Minesweeper, right? No, Minesweeper, you had to choose the blocks, and you know, you rarely chose the right one.
The more
That kind of thing.
intense it seems to be getting. But
For anybody
also,
out there who does remember
they don't let you
Minesweeper,
get too comfortable in the game.
my youngest sister
They don't let you
She's
get
like
too
12.
comfortable in
She
any
has
one
no idea
place.
what
If you
Minesweeper is.
stay in the same
Not even
place
a
for
clue.
too long, the spike balls will start hunting you down.
Yeah, it's almost like they're magnetized towards
People
you.
are
and they just
forgetting what
wanna end you.
Space Pinball is. Remember Space Pinball? Always on Windows XP. Old reliable. The only game I could play if my dad uninstalled the PC games.
She got this.
Or I would just go play the PS1 because Space Pinball's fun, but I'll play it for like 40 minutes and I'm like, alright, cool. I'm done.
So the longer that you survive, the more obstacles get added. So the
Okay.
challenge keeps going.
Get out of here.
And they just keep coming and they just keep coming.
I mean, it is really responsive. So like you can kind of, you can get yourself out of some pretty sticky situations here. Whoa.
Gotta embrace the mines. Just take them. Wow, that is quick. Holy. I can see that being stressful for people. I would get
So now we
wrecked.
got the red. Oh no! Oh, but you did it. You got
I
it.
would get completely wrecked.
Medals. Whew, I'm sweating. All right.
It's not bad. Good job. Good job.
Yeah, that's a little.
You're pretty good. You got one with stars. What else you got?
On a
That being said,
Super
there's still
Mario
a lot of
Bros. 4K
experiences
demo?
that you can play without a 4K,
Most
but
all of the experiences, yeah, you can play without a 4K display. Okay, so here we are.
so tiny.
I honestly have trouble seeing this.
I'm sorry, what?
So yeah, so the
Experience the vastness of
pixel
4K.
resolution of the
Ah.
original NES system was 256 pixels wide on the display. So what would that look like if you mapped the original art that was drawn for Super Mario Brothers to a 4K display without scaling it? And 4K resolution is 3,000.
Interesting. What is this? I guess it's just a little gimmick, but that's pretty cool.
The play field is widening there, and we can fit, the entirety of Super Mario Brothers
Wow.
World 1-1 on one screen.
I'm like squinting right now.
I like the idea of it. It's
It
got
is
like
both
just a
an
bunch of
impressive
little
feat to
mini-made
see
games.
This entire level mapped out on the screen, but also impressive to see Dutch able to complete it.
Well, don't jinx me.
I'm trying not to.
It is
It's
remarkably-
words of encouragement.
Chat, I have to go to the bathroom real quick.
Small, but this-
Give me like a
this just
minute.
goes to show how many pixels 4K
Gotta go to the bathroom real
We've
quick.
come a long way since,
Well, I'll let them keep
yeah.
going,
So
and you
can
guys
see
can
the
keep
entire
watching.
level
Thanks
fits
for
on a
hanging out.
single
Appreciate all the
screen at
lurkers.
4K. All right, so we
Nice
got our
work.
checklist. We didn't finish all the things on our checklist, but that's okay. We didn't get our medal. I'm just gonna have to live with that.
That's for the
now.
folks at home to experience it once they get a chance to.
All right, so let's see what else. What else do we want to take a look at here? Maybe.
This is another fun experience here. That's a frame rate mini game.
Yeah, you can see the.
Yeah, you can see the ball changing its frame rate.
All right, but we have some homework to do, some assignments. So let's go ahead and make our way back to the quiz. Teresa did kind of half promise us a quiz at the end.
I want that quiz.
So we're going to come back here to our original quiz kiosk and talk to this person. And they're going to give us a quiz about the insights that we saw earlier about the HD Rumble 2 function. All right, question number 1. Which part of the console is shown in the image? So we saw earlier, it is not HD Rumble, it is HD Rumble 2.
That's right, because HD Rumble was part of the Nintendo Switch, but since we are talking about the Nintendo Switch 2, it is HD Rumble 2.
So how does the weight used for the HD Rumble 2 feature move? It spins around, shakes from side to side, it shakes up and down, or it stretches and shrinks. We saw in the original, like the older hardware, it would spin around on kind of an axis.
Yeah, think about how the Rumble on like a Nintendo GameCube controller worked. That was more the spinning style.
But this one, we saw in this little animation here, it shakes from side to side on kind of like that coil, like a weight on a coil. Question the third. Which of the following is true of the strength of the HD Rumble feature? It's
Like
always
these questions
strong.
are royalty. The third.
It's always weak, or it can be either strong or weak.
Well, if you remember from the experience that you did earlier where you were kind of sweeping the frequency, it increased or decreased in intensity the closer or the further away you got from the point.
That's funny. It never occurred to me to do this with the mouse controls, but there you go. All right.
There you go.
But yeah, that will allow for variation in your experience.
All right, I can do mouse controls for this one too. All right, in the Joy-Con 2 controllers, what are the HD Rumble 2 parts attached to? The plastic on the front, number 1, the middle part, number 2, or the plastic on the back, or they're not attached to anything.
They're just hovering in
they're
space.
Just hovering loose in there. Yeah, and we saw this as number 3. It's kind of on this little
waffly area down there.
Waffle. I think that's the technical term. The
yes,
waffle,
the waffle area.
And it's located there because that's the part that has the most contact with your hand where it's going to be held. So that's where you're going to feel it the most. So we're going to say 3, plastic on the back. Let's see how we did.
Hey,
we did it.
100%.
I kept nice work there a little bit.
All right. And so just to recap really quick, we saw some insights here that are associated with the quiz. Those are spread all over the hardware. We saw a tech demo with the maracas that highlighted the HD Rumble 2 feature. We saw some mini games that use the mouse controls and the HD Rumble. And there's a lot more content all over the map. We saw this this map here where you can see all the different spots that there are to explore. So there's a lot more that we didn't see, and you can kind of see the the completion percentage for each section. So we're just scratching the surface here.
Exactly, because again, like there's so much more to explore. There's so much more to just experience, and you'll even be able to get inside the console to learn even more. As Sam mentioned, it's like you get those dev insights in the palm of your hand, literally. So.
And you might think that you know everything there is to know about Nintendo Switch 2 because it looks so familiar to Nintendo Switch, but even things that existed on Nintendo Switch, like HD Rumble, have been redesigned for Nintendo Switch 2. So there's a lot of new stuff to learn.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you again, guys, so much for walking us through, and thanks everyone for tuning in at home, getting a little bit of the experience of Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. Next up is Drag and Drive. This segment has been recorded previously, but we're going to air it to you live, so just stay tuned.
Sorry, chat. Dealing with an issue here. Give me a minute.
My Joy-Con 2 controller forward, you'll see my character turn to the left. Likewise, a left Joy-Con forward will move my character to the right. And as you would expect, if I have both Joy-Con moving forward, my character will move straight. You may recognize too that my Joy-Con 2 controllers today are wired. That's just because we're here at this event. The Joy-Con 2 controllers at home, of course, will be wireless. All right, so we are just learning the basics here in this tutorial at the event, but we're gonna show off a few more basics before we get into the 3v3. So next up, we've got brakes. Brakes, very important to turn on a dime. So with the ZL and ZR buttons, you can press those with the left and right index finger to brake, so ZR to turn right. Likewise, if you need to brake kind of suddenly straight, you can hold both ZL and ZR at the same time to hit both brakes. We're in this tutorial here. It's also letting us do a little bit of free tutorialization here while it's teaching us the moves. I'm playing on a flat surface, but if I wanted to, I could also play on my pant legs for an alternate control scheme. Next up, we've got lights on the back of your character. So as you can read there, they're gonna light up when you hit your top speed. So it kind of starts out with nothing, and then as you move forward, you're gonna see that flash. And long slides forward with each Joy-Con are really the way to play this game, especially on those straightaways to get good speed.
But as you get used to it as well, you'll want to like slightly adjust which of your hands you want to move, so you can make those kind of very slight adjustments.
Fine-tune your steering.
Exactly. And as you're moving forward too, Corey, like the rumble will kind of activate to kind of give that sort of higher motion that you can kind of feel as you're moving forward.
100%. It's pretty satisfying and obviously difficult to come over to the stream for viewers watching at home, but I love the HD Rumble 2 feeling when you are sliding the Joy-Con 2 across the surface. So this part of the tutorial is just asking me to hit some checkpoints. just to ensure kind of learn the basics of mobility with turns.
Those very minute adjustments will help.
So again, those long strides with both Joy-Con forward. All right. So this game does feature a basketball. We are going to be shooting and scoring in this game. So when you reach up the basketball, you'll automatically pick it up once you reach it. And if you've got the ball and you're near a teammate, with your left and right pointer fingers, you can push the L and R button simultaneously past your teammate. And then if you are on defense, riding up and hitting a player from the front, you'll dislodge the ball to kind of create that loose ball so you can then go steal the ball. Importantly, you do need to hit them from the front. And because you've got a basketball, this is where the motion control comes in, where a natural shooting motion with your hand will shoot the ball.
And then depending on distance, the points will change, but also depending too on whatever tricks you do, it will also adjust the points.
Yeah, extra fractions will come for style.
Exactly. So one quick thing to note, this kind of might seem intuitive, but the closer you are to the basket, the easier the shots are going to be. There's also a gauge down at the bottom. You can see it widening and then kind of shrinking. When that gets kind of smaller, you're going to be in a good zone. And so the closer you are, the more straight on you are to the basket, that's going to increase.
Sorry about the way, guys.
And as you would expect, the further out you get to the
I couldn't see my ear there because of the background. That's funny.
Shots as well. So,
I had a tooth situation going on.
difficult when you don't have opponents.
I ate something small and it got like lodged right in between my teeth, and pulling it, like trying to get it out with like toothpicks and stuff, it kind of messed up my mouth there for a minute. And I don't think it's done.
Trying to get your skills up for the online play, whether against friends or random matchmaking, and you can see that we're going to be driving towards.
Let's move. What's this? Okay, we're looking at the wheelchair racing game. That's right. This one uses the mouse. Obviously, they're showing off the mouse a bit, but as much as I want to see this, there's other games, and we are running out of time. Donkey Kong. We looked at Donkey Kong earlier, but it looks like they're showing a lot more. Side characters?
That might be a generalization, Oddrock.
Yeah, we just got here.
We just got here and talked to one monkey. Let's keep an open mind.
Yeah, so Oddrock suggested go down there, but before we do that,
Fishy,
actually
fishy
wanna
folks.
take a look
Damn,
around
look
and
at
actually
that.
go
Oh my
see what's
god. It looks amazing. Look how far the distance is. Holy crap.
You can actually see
Wow.
that is not the sky at all. We were actually under the seafloor, and that is the ocean slowly dripping down into this layer, which is
That's cool.
A pretty clear sign that we're actually deep underground right now.
Spoilers.
You can see we actually probably fell through that hole up above, which is where we landed earlier. So this is all an underground layer of the planet, and we're gonna explore and smash as much of this as we can.
Going.
Yeah, let's
Holy
keep
crap.
doing more
Actually, you know
bananas.
what? I want to get down there in style, so I'm gonna.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I love this.
Hey, pick up the ground and just start sliding. Wow.
Yeah, look at
That's a
that.
cool mechanic. That's a very Donkey Kong mechanic.
Get
It
Do
fits.
some
It's like the hat with
while you're
Mario.
at it.
He always had the hat, so it just worked.
All right.
You could tell this is definitely from the Mario
Again,
Odyssey
you can just
team,
pretty
though.
much pull a chunk out of almost anywhere, any
They've probably been working on this for a long time. You know what you got to do to make sure this runs normally, runs well?
It's easy to switch
Be
between
able to
the
pull
two.
up any piece of ground and break anything in the area?
Checkpoint here.
That's a lot.
And I
That's
see an
years and years of programming.
ominous,
chat.
sparking
Wild.
block of terrain
Oh, this is
material.
fun. Yeah,
One of my favorite things to do.
we're gonna grab a chunk of this boom rock here, which is what this material is called. Can you
Gotta
guess
say,
what it does?
I never expected Donkey Kong to look so
Yeah, you can
colorful.
see it crackling with energy.
This whole game is just
wall
bright
right here.
and vibrant. It's crazy.
Conveniently
throw.
Pretty much
target.
take it out.
Conveniently placed
Yeah.
target.
Oh, and there's a treasure chest. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Again, being rewarded for destroying as much of the terrain as possible.
Yeah. There's another door right there that I could be able to punch through, but you know what? Since we have boom
Blow
rock
it up.
convinced,
Let's
I
do it
wanna
in style.
knock a little harder. Ooh, goodies. Sorry.
I think. Is there something?
Smashing
else back
stats,
Quick hands up,
stone.
Pick up those,
Yeah, we see an opening. Go down there. There you
Oh
go.
my goodness.
Trying to see some of the
Remember that
stuff.
you have to eat a whole banana at home.
A
if you wanna
banana.
learn.
Please don't.
Banana
The bananas are the stars of this game. Banana. I'm surprised they didn't make them like real bananas.
DK taking a quick dip here underwater.
They made it like
You know, it's
a gem or something. He wouldn't eat a gem. He would eat a real banana. He would peel it. That'd be funny. Imagine just a giant banana. He peels it right there.
Oh!
Thought you could get the upper hand on me, huh? There we go.
Kind of reminds me of a banjo game, honestly. This is like super banjo. This is like what Banjo 3 would be like if they made it today.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Make our way over there.
He's even got the sidekick on the shoulder. What the hell's that purple rock thing? Right?
I want that fossil real bad. Just gonna use that to collect that release.
Stone rock right there. That's what you use. Yeah.
And take out
Blow
that
it all up.
wall there too.
Yes,
That
get
was
another
a
piece
lot
of treasure.
easier than using the stone to chip away at it.
And
That's
like,
for sure.
Oh,
you just keep
That's
going
cool.
here. You can really wreak havoc.
All
You can
right.
really- actually,
Let's see. What else we got?
Even looking at the definition.
Ooh, okay.
But we're gonna
Comparisons.
start out
Comparisons.
with
Do it. I want to
footage
see
of
it.
Breath of the Wild, so
Yes.
we will get right into that. We're gonna have some side-by-side footage of the original Breath of the Wild on the right, and then the new Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
Oh my God! Immediately, 60
Right away,
frames
you
per
can already
second.
tell how
Absolutely.
much clearer the resolution is. It's in the Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Yes.
The detail on the
very
floor, like you
apparent.
can see all the little lines in the design there.
It looks so good. And we're starting out at the very beginning of the game.
This is going to be a whole new game to people. People are going to play this again. Nobody's gone back to Breath of the Wild since Tears of the Kingdom came out because Tears of the Kingdom, from what I heard, I never played them both. I played Breath of the Wild for like 2 hours back when it came out and I had the Switch.
Breath of the Wild. And already you can
So
see
much
the
smoother, more
texture
clearer. Oh yeah.
The
crisper and
detail, like the
cleaner
trees
it
in the
looks.
horizon, you
Yeah.
can see like there's more detail.
Yeah, you
And
can
even in
see
the forest
so
close up.
far.
Absolutely.
I mean, even looking at the definition on the cliff where Link is standing, it's
And the lighting as well.
breathtaking. Of the wild.
Good
taking.
Breathtaking of the wild. She's got dad jokes. I like that.
Here you can see even the little, each individual raindrop.
Yeah, the
Oh.
texture of the
Puddle
rain.
here. It's really
And
crisp.
Link's adorable rosy cheeks because it's chilly up there.
And in a moment, we're going to go ahead and warp.
It's cold out there.
Into the Korok Forest.
And this is
and
something, yes, this is something that people really appreciate, especially if you're coming back to the game for a second time. The load times are quite
Yeah.
a bit faster on the
Look at
Nintendo
that.
Switch.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good
Here's
thing,
a quick
man.
Comparison side by side in real time.
Here we go.
It's a race.
It's not who will win.
It's not close.
No
Oh,
competition.
oh, yeah, that one's way
More
faster.
time
Obviously.
slaying monsters and less time watching the loading screen, which is great.
Absolutely.
Great.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's
It's perfect.
substantial difference.
It really is.
And we've warped here into the woods, and this is a section of the game that has a lot going on. Like lots of things to animate, lots of Koroks popping in and out, the mist and the flies dancing in the sunbeams and everything. And the Nintendo Switch 2 handles it amazingly. It's super smooth.
It does, though.
Yeah, again, look
But
at
I mean, it should. The game's 8 years old.
The improved frame rate is extremely
No,
visible.
you're not going to grab it? Okay. Maybe later.
You don't grab the Twilight Sword. The
Splashing around, looking for some Korok.
what's the sword in Zelda called? I forgot. Master Sword. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot
So
that.
smooth.
Really does.
Redeem myself immediately, chat.
I will say the first time I played Breath of the Wild, one of the first things I did actually was to run up to the top of a nearby mountain and just watch the sunset. And I cannot wait to do that in
Very
the
cool.
Nintendo Switch 2 edition just to
Show me tears.
Oh yeah.
Show me tears.
All right.
Just
Yeah. Oh
here
my
on the
God.
Great Sky Island.
Ooh.
And you can
Oh
just
my
see
God.
the beautiful
Looks
temple of
amazing.
time in the distance. But we're not going to stay here. I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, we're not here for long. I'm going to go ahead and put on my glide suit because we're going to go skydiving
looking
here.
super sharp there. We got to see that mask.
Oh yeah, you'll see it. Here we go. So I'm actually going to jump. And
You could
go
just do
directly
that?
into that chasm down there.
Look, that looks like the floor of a game where you die 2 feet after falling.
And
You know,
while
the
you're
death
doing
zone.
that, I'm going to do a
You
really
can actually
quick
go anywhere there?
just what we're going to be
I mean, I
touching
know
on
that
in
was a
Zelda
thing in
notes.
Breath of the Wild,
So we're
but
gonna be
this is
speaking to the voice memos,
showing you this whole world as you go down.
my
That's
play
nuts.
data, global play data, daily bonus, photo studio,
item sharing and auto build sharing. So almost.
I have to play this game, chat.
Yeah,
And look how good it looks on the Switch
cover,
too.
And if you missed that in the direct, Zelda Notes is a service that's part of the Nintendo Switch app, and it's designed to be used with both the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, the Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
Yep, that's right.
I'm just gonna speed up down this chasm here.
Ooh, oh my God, underground areas too.
Goodness.
And look at that, we are already
Yeah, glides
here.
helps a lot for that landing.
It's
And the
beautiful.
transition was super fast.
So fast, so
Loading
so
screens, man.
smooth. It just feels really good. Everything feels like the controls are reacting quicker. It's very intuitive.
All right, so let's hop into Zelda Notes. Let's take a look at some of these features.
Zelda
We're going to
Notes.
start with navigation here. So if we look at the app screen, this is the home screen. Again, this is within the Nintendo Switch app. So we see navigation at the top in the middle there. So I'm going to tap that and open it up. We're down in the depths, so I'm going to hop down there. So this is basically like your own personal Hyrule GPS. So we got our categories of different points of interest here. You see,
There's
you got
so many.
There's a ton. We got locations here. We got shrines, towers, villages, buildings, all kinds of stuff. What we're interested in right now is enemies. So we decided we were going to go on a frox hunting expedition here. So we've got froxes selected here. And what that's going to do is it's going to highlight the location of every single frox.
It's cool that you can do it on the phone. I like it.
From here,
It's a cool little thing you can do, but
also see how
hopefully it'll work just like the Switch version where you can, you know,
map. Every couple seconds you'll get
pull up the regular menu on there instead of using the phone.
Voice guidance.
People are on their phones anyway, so this is actually kind of cool. I might even use this, but because I'm streaming, I probably won't use it as much. I'll probably just show it off and then, you know,
and the navigation is a great feature.
start doing it in the game.
If you're like me, confession time. I have not finished.
Oh, you guys
my
can't
own
even see it.
Playthrough
Oh
of Tears of the Kingdom.
Sorry, chat.
Deciding like how close
Fat body.
I want to get. And now that
All right.
this service is available, I'm
Zelda
gonna make
looking good, crispy. I like it.
the auto build transition is.
Now look,
Before we do
chat.
that, I need a
I wish I could sit here and watch this whole thing, but it's not gonna happen. Oh,
A little bit yesterday. Game is maybe having two.
look at that! Oh my God! They're playing four swords together. That is sick.
Since I have last played this game, this is a cooperative adventure.
I mean, Four Swords was already on Nintendo Switch Online, but this is awesome because you can. They're showing off their game chat thing, where you can be in a party and you can see everybody's game, right? And you know what? If it's doing the lag thing with this old game, then that means it's that way on purpose so that they don't have to load the entire thing, so it doesn't overload the system. So that means it's not something that they're working on, or maybe they are, but it's not something that was. They left that in the direct intentionally. People were like, "Why does it look like garbage?" It looks like 10 frames.
Okay.
That's because it probably is, because they don't want to overload the system. This is how you make it work without like making a fancy high-level console. Cut corners.
Getting all the rupees I can before everybody makes it back.
It is cool, you know. This could lead to some really awesome like streams, like live streams. Oh my God, that'd be sick. I can already see people doing it, like the Yo Video Games crew. Amazing.
Well, we're waiting.
But it is pretty much Discord, though. Don't get me wrong. It's pretty much Discord.
One of us can come get you. Nope, you found it.
That's awesome, though. Four Swords. Link to the Past. Hold on. Are they playing with GameCube controllers?
You can also
Show me the game controller.
And I'm gonna jump back into The Legend of Zelda, but I'll play a little bit of Link to the Past solo.
You gonna start it out?
Say no more, Corey. I'll take any excuse to play Mario Kart World. I'm gonna hop in right now.
Nice. Now I'm gonna play some Metroid Zero mission.
Nintendo.
Look at the GameCube controller. Sick. I want to get that. It's like $80, but it's worth one day getting it.
Music, which has been a part of today's Nintendo treat.
Nintendo Online, you get. Okay, you get the Nintendo Classic, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, NES. GameCube, Game Boy, 64, and the rest. That's a solid deal. And they don't even have that many games for each, except for the classic ones. You know, they need more 64 games. They need more Game Boy games, and they definitely need more GameCube games. So, pretty cool, though. Anything else? Wind Waker! Oh my god! Showing off the Wind Waker, chat. Hold on, last one. Oh, they're showing off the GameCube menu. Hold on. Go.
We just wanted to go over that. So I'm going to go ahead and start with The Legend of Zelda.
Okay, so it's a simple menu, just like the rest of them. I was hoping they would have, you know, you can boot up the GameCube and like the sound and stuff.
Some people may not remember this. If you go down into the settings option, you can actually turn off show controls in game. It gives you a little bit more
CRT filter, that's cool.
We're going to go ahead and do that.
And specifically, that is that bottom bar.
Very cool.
It shows all that additional stuff. We're going to take that off and then play and jump right into it. So now I have a save that I'm going to go ahead and boot up just to kind of get a little bit further in the interest of time. So
Suspend point. They got save states now. Bro, this would make this game so much like... This game is already piss easy, but... You could save and do different things. It would be better.
It's always nice.
I would still prefer Wind Waker HD though, and not because I want the HD part. It's because I want the updates to the game. They added a faster sail. They added. They cut down the awful Triforce at the end. That's a filler mission. It's like 7 pieces of the Triforce you gotta find in the sea. They cut it down to like 3, I think, maybe 5. So. But it's cool to have Wind Waker nonetheless, and we will probably play this version if I ever get a Switch 2. But I think I'll end up playing the HD version before I do that.
Everywhere he goes.
Yep. Gotta cut down a little bit of the grass here.
But look at this art style. It holds up. It holds up. It's classic. It's the cell shading art style. The cartoony art style is really good.
Gotta make my way up here just to show off a little bit more of that cool.
If only they added proper widescreen.
This game looks so
It would have
good.
been even better. But it's okay. I'm okay having 4x3.
It's gonna be a difficult decision.
Are you spying on your neighbors?
I know.
I totally am.
Spying.
Don't peep on the neighbors, Demetrius. Leave them alone.
Let's go through here and see a quick cut. Like, don't fall, please. Don't fall, please.
Hey, his tiny little egg says big jump for tiny legs.
Excuse me.
All right, let's go to this cave. Make my way.
All right. That's enough. I could watch this all day.
A little bit.
Ooh, F-Zero?
We'll do.
Let's see. Yes, dude. I want to play this too.
This is so fast.
A little bit of F-Zero.
Really
Sick.
challenging on the, like you can see, I'm trying to
Yeah, that one's widescreen. Look at that. Can you stretch widescreen? Oh my god. That would be amazing if you could put like a forced widescreen. I mean, some games would look ridiculous. Wind Waker has some stuff that would look ridiculous, but I mean, if you could have the option, I would probably do it. I've already done that. Whenever I used to like back on the old computers I had and like my mom's computer, I would play the GameCube emulator. Like it didn't like it wasn't that good back then. The emulator was good enough, but it didn't have the best features all the time, and making games widescreen was not a good thing back then. Like they couldn't do it right.
Yeah, I mean,
So I played a stretched out widescreen mostly for a lot of games, just to fill up the laptop monitors.
That's definitely gonna work.
That's cool.
Yeah, this game is
All right, chat. Any more GameCube games? I'll take a quick snippet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and
Ooh, Soul Calibur. Quick, show me a match. You guys gonna pick Link? All right, they pick Link. Sweet. 30 seconds to a minute of this, chat, and then we'll go.
I've played so much of this.
Yeah, just that belt.
One of my absolute favorite games of all time. All right, let's do this. Oh, you're just gonna sit there and block?
My beautiful face.
Oh, very nice.
You can't lose.
Oh,
Come on, BK.
brutal. You can't do that to me. I'm a Nintendo star.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
I'm just gonna lay on
That's cool. All right. We did it.